Hello, everybody. Welcome in. I gotta fix my curtain here. There we go. But good morning. Welcome in, XCL. Welcome in, Captain Mickey Mouse so far. Sorry, I went a little early. Plymouth Rock, hello, because their things are schedule is moved up. So we're waiting for some friends to get in here. And good morning, Brittany. So I'm gonna volume up a little bit. We're gonna watch and enjoy. And Pete's still live at Hollywood Studios. We're gonna watch and enjoy this part of American history. So fix my. Oh, didn't want to do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. All right. You can see I'm wearing the past presidents have walked in so far. Yeah. Well, I feel bad for Pete. Alex Miller, good morning. I don't know who this is walking in. Good morning, Home Candy. Welcome in. So we're just watching. The Clintons came in. The Bushes. I believe President Obama came in. All members of his cabinet have came in already, and they showed his family. So now here comes Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's husband, I believe, are coming in. So Tiffany Trump and Barron Trump and Tiffany's husband are coming in now and sitting. And Don Jr. and Ivanka. Not Ivanka. What's his daughter's name? I forget. Barron is very tall. He is very tall. Yes. Tiffany. What's the other one's name? The one that's in green with the green hat next to Don Jr. I forget what is it Ivanka? I forget Ivanka or I forget. But waiting for some friends to get here. Mike Beachman, what's up, buddy? Hope you're well. Ivanka. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Barron is like, what did they say? 6'5", 6'6", something like that. And he's very intelligent. They said his IQ is off the charts. So
very carefully for the announcements as the
I don't know why my screen keeps doing that.
You saw Baron
Going light and dark and light and dark.
Right now, a freshman at NYU, and that 18-year-old has garnered so much attention because
18 years old.
Parents, throughout the years, first presidency of Donald Trump in 2016, and now he is a man at this one in 2024. No longer that little boy who was always with his parents hand in hand. Molly, you had something quickly you wanted to say, and we will break when they make another announcement.
It's just interesting to see the justices of the Supreme Court come in. The Constitution does not require the Chief Justice to administer the oath of office, but nearly since the beginning, on an actual scheduled inauguration day, it's always been the Chief Justice. We're in the rotunda of the Capitol. We have the Supreme Court there for the executive branch transfer power. All three branches of government together.
Excellent point. Let's watch.
So all this standing around waiting. The Supreme Court justices are there. Hey, Mike Wazowski, welcome in, buddy. So I want to remind everybody this is going to be a respectful watch party. This is American history. I'm not going to side. I'm not going to side with one side or the other. I can't tell you guys what to do. Did J.G. Vance get sworn in? I think he's after, or is he before? I don't know.
Director of the Joint Congressional Committee on Inaugural Ceremonies, Ms. Emily Leviner. The Senate Secretary for the Minority, the Honorable Gary Myrick. The House of Representatives Chief Administrative Officer, the Honorable Catherine Spindor, and Mr. Bruce Fisher.
Okay, so this minority leaders walking in now, and
ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Jill Biden and Mr. Douglas Emhoff.
Okay, Jill Biden coming in now. Jill Biden wearing purple. I don't know if that signifies anything. Leanne. Hey, Leanne. Good morning. Good morning, Stephanie Keel. Good morning, Alex Miller. Welcome in. Oh. I think they said 1,500 people in the rotunda. Oh, thanks, Stephanie. Yeah. I think they said 1,500 people going to be in the.
Are the incoming first lady and second lady, and just real quickly, because when the music dies down, we know that there's an announcement. And these are situations that get watched around the world anyway, but particularly.
Tina McNeil, hello. I'm watching a lot of stuff, so I can't chat much, but I want. Oh, good morning, my dear. Thank you for being here.
Addressing a lot of different issues that affect our allies and other nations around the world. Particularly, you mentioned the executive orders related to Mexico. Those include naming Mexican.
Thea Sam Eagle, welcome in.
And of course, we issues from Israel. It's also facing the Syria.
Yes, Theo.
South Korea.
Listen, I'm not going to lie. The last few years have been very hard. And I'm only speaking from my standpoint as far as groceries go, as far as gasoline goes. I'm hoping that things change.
Even some of them as early as today. Steve,
so that's just my opinion.
So we don't begin the top of it, and let's watch for that, and then I'll come to you next.
So I got both channels on. I got Fox News and I got CNN on. You know, they're basically identical in what they're showing. Hey, woo! That's a lot of Kelsey face.
Yikes. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Hello, Belinda. Happy birthday, Mr. Fulton. So, Kelsey, you've been watching this. Oh, you're muted. Yeah. I have no sound from you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try my headphones again because my email is gonna be running rampant. Bear with me.
You're okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Great. We're on my AirPods now. Perfect.
Okay. What do you think of some of the outfits?
I know some people outfits. Melania looks like she's going to a funeral. Now, I love it. I think she looks regal, but I also am like, girlfriend, this is not a funeral.
Right in the center.
What do you think of Ivanka in green?
I love the color green, so you're not going to catch me
Yeah.
bashing her.
And what about the purple on Miss Biden?
I think it looks good. It's a good color for her. I think that everyone, I think Christy Nome looks good. I've worked for her.
Okay.
She's got a little stuff in her face, but I can't say much because I do too.
Yeah.
I mean, there's Elon. Doug
Yeah, so the
McMillan's there.
The question I had, me and Molly were discussing, why is Mark Zuckerberg there?
I think all of these CEOs, so you have a Tim Cook, you have Mark, you have Bezos, you have Elon's been openly supportive. But you have CEOs, Doug McMillan's there. He was the chair of the Business Roundtable in Trump's last administration. Rogan's there. I see that right now. All of these guys, especially like look at TikTok and like all the drama of what was TikTok for 12 hours.
Yeah.
But Tina, she would look good in a burlap bag. Yeah. A lot of people on that stage would look good in a burlap bag. As people say, money doesn't buy you happiness, but it can provide you happiness with products, services, things that normal people don't always get.
Trump, that TikTok is going to be okay. Turn the app back on. People are,
anyway, I think these people are turning a new leaf in life. Others Dana White.
And just
because
of that company,
they realize this is a different Trump. Now, Trump is Trump. He is who he is, but this is a different version of Trump. It's a different mindset. He knows he's not trying to win re-election. He's not trying to win anyone over. Now he's just doing this to do this. So
through
I also think he will help out these big tech companies as the years go on. And I think we've realized what happened when they were supporting a different side last election, and then what happened with their businesses and so on and so forth.
Weren't they donators to the inauguration? They possibly, yeah, that might have been too.
It's typical with companies and across. Hi, Jen. Hi, guys. It's typical with companies to have this sponsorship on either side of the aisle. Now, some backed out in 2016 because the hesitation towards Trump then.
Okay.
Now you look at the DNC, the RNC companies. Typically, if you sponsor one, you have to sponsor the other to keep it kosher. It's kind of so my world. You have your PAC budgets, and
illuminate the situation.
Sometimes, like Republicans are in majority now, so the budgets will sway towards a Republican majority. But there are some PACs that have to keep it 50-50. Unions typically try to lean more left than they do on the right. So yeah, there's all sorts of
Here to
nooks
witness.
and crannies, and I've learned a lot over the last 10 years of people's budgets and how they feel.
Right.
You
So
know what
let
got
me
me
just
though?
say-
I'm going to jump in for a second though. We were
Go ahead.
talking about Zuckerberg and that. Like the only issue I had was that why was he sitting in front of RFK and the other cabinet members? Like I understand if he's going to be there, why is he front and center? Like that's ridiculous.
Money.
I know, but still, I know, but
Well, he also, from what I read, he threw a big inauguration party. What was it, yesterday or last night? For Trump? Or is he throwing one
I was
tonight?
up till 2 a.m. My brain's not functioning.
Yeah.
They had the candlelight one last night, and he was there. They also had a crypto ball on Friday night, and
Mhm.
Snoop Dogg performed at that. There's so many
Very short
parties.
lady in red.
Very short lady in red. Oh,
Well,
on the
that's-
left-hand side.
that's
What is that?
Melania's father, isn't it? Next to her,
Uh-huh.
next to Barron.
Maybe part of the family. God, Baron's so tall.
He is so tall. He's a good-looking kid. I mean, he really
He is.
has turned into a mature-looking gentleman.
Welcome in, Molly. How are you today?
Sorry, I just kind of jumped right in.
She came in hot.
I did. You know what's funny? It's like I've been on the phone with my mom for like the last half hour watching all these people walk in, and we were joking. We're like Joan and Melissa Rivers on the Emmys day, the day of the Oscars, like criticizing everybody's clothes.
Hey, if Molly's mom wants to come in, come on in.
It was just funny. It's like the red carpet of politics, you know, and it's like look at what they're wearing and all that stuff.
No one matters.
It's fun.
Well, that's why
It's
I
fun.
asked. That's why I asked Kelsey. I'm going to ask you: are there any outfits that are sticking out to you? I'm not a fashion person, so
Doug, we can see you
yes,
there.
I will say I am surprised that Kristi Noem went with powder blue because that's what Melania wore at the last inauguration, and it was so classy. I'm surprised she would go with the powder blue. The other one is Bezos' girlfriend wearing like a bustier underneath that jacket she's wearing. Like, nope, put your boobs away, honey. Not appropriate. Can I say boobs?
you could say boobs. I'll allow it.
Okay.
Look, I'm sorry, but he just turned to her and it almost was like he said, "Where are we?"
And it, like in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, like she's saying, "Don't talk to me. Just
Yeah.
stop talking. to me. Just walk.
Listen,
Leave me
I'm
alone."
sure, I'm sure she has not very good words for him. You
Wonder if
know?
I'll see JD at the gym tomorrow morning.
He's
He goes right
being
down the
set
road.
up for the future,
What?
you know.
Yeah.
You guys,
I wonder
do
if
you
he'll.
guys-
I wonder if he'll have the Ohio State game on his phone later, watching it, so he
Yeah.
doesn't miss the Ohio
I
State
just
game.
want to say that his wife, JD's wife, is a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
She is gorgeous.
Yes.
I mean, and
The
she's
pink
very
looks great on
elegant.
her. That was a great
Yes.
color.
Yes,
choice.
she looks really nice. Look at Bill and Hillary back there. I'm sorry, they just like.
Hillary. My fellow
Well-
Arkansans.
Oh, jeez.
I'm sure that you know you're excited about that. You know,
It is what it is. They came before I did, so can't
JD's
choose.
wife is beautiful. I wish Harris would have dressed better, says Molly's mom.
She's going to a funeral.
Mm-hmm.
It's her own.
Yep.
I don't mean to toot my
God,
own
Steve
horn.
Scalise looks so good. He's been through hell and back.
When
Wait,
I
who
was
is that? I missed that. Who'd you say?
Steve Scalise.
Yes.
He looks great. Guys, this time last year, he came to an event of mine for a client. And I was like, this is it. I'm never going to see this man again. And look at him. He was shot. When he was shot, he was shot right across the street at the soccer fields. Like outside this building across the street.
That's crazy.
Where's President Musk? There's no such thing as President Musk.
He can't be president. He's not a U.S. citizen, or he wasn't born here.
So, one thing that has been brought up during this campaign is term limits for Congress. I honestly say I agree with it. I don't believe you should be able to turn being a congressman or a senator into a lifelong job.
Right.
You know, even our first president of the United States, who was George Washington, everybody, basically did 2 terms, and he said, "No, I'm done. That's long enough." You know, and that was way before there were even term limits. So
That red lady in red is JD's mom. Sorry, just to
JD's mom. Okay,
JD's mom.
you're gonna know, folks. I'm glad I have Kelsey here because she's gonna understand a lot of this a lot better than me and maybe even Molly. Because I mean, this is what she does. You know. I did speak to Tina. Tina is not feeling well today. We do not know. I don't know if she's going to come in. Scallywag Steve's on his way home from studios. They finally kicked him out after they kicked him out of One Man's Dream. Did you see
the
that?
only thing Melissa Rivers is going to jump in here. The only thing I don't like about Melania's hat is how low it is.
Yes.
It covers her face, and she's so beautiful.
Yeah,
It should accentuate the face.
Right.
Yeah, it needs to be a little, like maybe 2 inches higher.
Yeah.
I also feel like today she
There's
looks.
Tina.
She looks in a panic, almost like in a.
Like, oh God, what am I getting myself?
Like a very worried look on her face today. She doesn't look calm, and
The security threats are real today.
yeah, exactly. Well, that's kind of what I was getting to. Like, what does she know that we don't know that she's panicking about?
I think there's a lot going on, especially they moved this indoors. You know, I think there's a lot of issues going on that I'm sure she's worried. I mean, my goodness,
Yeah.
there's been 2 assassination attempts on her husband.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I would be worried too. I mean,
Yeah. Don't
but-
you think it's ironic that he's being sworn in the rotunda that the J6ers were in? Isn't that like, I just think that's ironic.
Isn't this the default location that if you can't hold it outside, this is where it would be? Or
This is where Reagan picked when he had to bring it inside in 85.
okay, so each one picks.
Well, Trump has emulated Reagan's showmanship,
Right.
which I get. It's both they're Hollywood mindsets, so it makes sense. But in the Capitol, having done many tours for constituents in that place, this is the rotunda is the largest space for this amount of people. Statuary Hall is where the lunch typically is. It's set up. You have smaller rounds. Not all of these people are invited to the event or the lunch, so that makes sense. But yeah, the rotunda is, it's the largest part. So,
Kelsey, you are amazing. I'm so glad you're here. You're so knowledgeable. I love it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm really
welcome
good at
in.
walking backwards and heels on marble floor and being like, "This is where this is. This is where this is."
I love it.
Welcome in, Nico the Greco. Pete McDevitt shows here. Regina Erie. Who else? Theme Park Casual. Danny, welcome in.
Hey, Danny.
Molly's mom. We lost sight that being in Congress was a service, not a lifelong job. Exactly.
I would also argue more so versus term limits, age
Hello,
limits.
Hershey emoji.
Age limits, yes.
Because some people are more spry than others in certain age brackets. I have dealt with members of Congress that have been there since 1990, just giving out a random year, and they're fine. I have dealt with members that were elected 4 years ago. I mean, look at Joe Biden, elected 4 years ago, and his mind
Mhm.
very degressed
Yeah.
quickly.
His
So
cognitive ability.
So
Mhm.
I would say age limits are more concerned than term limits.
Peanut Marie.
Baker came in with a bang. You thought I
Yep.
came in with a bang. Baker's
Yeah,
here with a
I know.
bang.
President-elect, the staff director for the Joint.
Well,
Nico brings up a good
Yeah.
point. If there's an age minimum, there should be an age maximum.
The Honorable
Yes.
William
and I still go back to term limits. You know, I'm sorry, they imposed term limits on the president back in the late 40s or mid 40s. So if it's good for one, it's good for the other. You know,
Majority Leader, the Honorable Steve Scalise, Speaker of the House of Representatives, the Honorable Mike Johnson, Senate Democratic Leader, the Honorable Charles E. Schumer, Ranking Member of the
And Kelsey,
Committee on Inaugural Ceremonies, the Honorable Deb Fisher.
you'll know this better than me. I heard this is the first time that any foreign dignitaries have been invited to this.
Yes, Trump has created a relationship. I heard was the president of Argentina there. I can't get this open.
Is it the container of goat cheese?
No, it's a keyboard.
Sorry, I just said that it was the opportunity to slide that
Although
in.
those are hard to open, I will say so myself. But this is a keyboard, and I'm trying to get this to open, and I think it's corroded inside.
Good morning, Molly.
Problem.
Honorable Donald John Trump.
Yeah, Melania is so pretty. I don't know why she put a hat on her head. God, if you spent that much money on your face, like, show it off, sister.
Yeah.
Look, he couldn't even kiss her because of the brim.
Yeah.
Hi, buddy. Let's go up. Go outside.
Elon and I share the same birthday, for what that's worth.
Really?
That is cool.
Cancer babies.
Look how pretty Usha looks.
The pink on her is so good.
And the earrings and the hair. I mean, it's just her stylist did amazing.
Yeah.
And Barron looked so mature compared
Logan
to.
Paul is there. Logan Paul is right there.
Where was Logan Paul? I missed him.
He's in the crowd seats.
Oh, I missed him.
He's been a Trump supporter, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting what celebrities have come out this go around. Oh,
There's Tucker Carlson's front row.
of course he is. Yeah, that's
There's Logan Paul.
They
Yeah.
look exactly alike. Holy moly.
I think you're a few seconds ahead of me.
Oh, me? I'm on Fox. What are you watching?
I'm on Fox too, but
Yeah.
the signal has to go further for me and Molly than it does for you.
Yeah. Well, it was different even when I was watching with my mom. She was so much further ahead of me, and we were both watching Fox, and she's like right down the street.
Well, I was watching the Chiefs game on Saturday. I know, go Chiefs, but my parents were like 30 seconds ahead of me, and they're like, "Oh, touchdown!" I was like, "Excuse me, what?"
Now we know how Pete feels when people say,
Right.
when he says, "Please don't post in the chat what happens in the game."
The chairwoman of the Joint Congressional Committee on Inaugural Ceremonies,
Amy Klobuchar.
Bizarre.
One time, I was at an event in Alabama, and her staff left a bunch of classified documents up on a computer that I then quickly made sure were logged out and deleted in a hotel in Alabama.
And Vice President-elect Vance will take their oaths of office. and we will witness the peaceful transfer of power, the heart of our democracy.
So I guess Pete and Baker and Preston are at Woody's Roundup.
I went there in October,
Which
because that's where everyone else wanted to go. I don't care enough about food to really pick places, but it was good.
They don't have goat cheese.
No, but I did try the mac and cheese, and my stomach hurt after it. But it was good.
Did you eat the
Felt good at the
deep fried
time.
pickles? Did you eat the deep fried pickles?
No, I don't like pickles.
Oh my goodness, they are so good.
Not into pickles. I want to like them because I know they're kind of like a good snack that's not super high in calories and healthy, that type of thing. That and olives.
To that endurance. We welcome President Biden and Dr. Biden. We welcome Vice President Harris and Doug Emhoff, President Obama, President Clinton and Secretary Clinton, President Bush and Laura Bush, Vice President.
I like Laura Bush's like brown reddish dress. I think it's a good color on her.
Well, is that like pearls she's wearing?
Yeah.
Them I counted. And
Pearls are a big deal here.
Families.
I even wear them.
Ceremony,
enough, I guess.
Hello, Becca.
250 years.
Amy, Agency Magic, welcome in.
Oh, that woman in the red, that is Vance's mom. I just saw that online.
Yeah.
Okay.
They look exactly alike, that's for sure.
You know who I don't know if any of you follow Kai Trump. She's been doing like behind the scenes stuff on social media. It's been cool.
Yeah.
We hold this inauguration every 4 years.
Don Jr.'s daughter.
Yeah.
That's been fun.
A further reminder that we must strive to uphold the values and
here's the question. After the swearing in,
the liberties, and as
we'll see what kind of security is going to happen if they're going to let him out of the beast and walk.
Oh, down Pennsylvania?
Yes.
I'm going to say no.
I am saying no. But
I vote no.
So he argued this last time. This is a big argument between he and Secret Service. I think there will be a stretch in front of Cap 1. It's the way that I don't really know the perimeter. Is Paul in here? He may know better than I. But when you come off the Capitol, you can go down Pennsylvania on the Senate side, go straight down, take it right up that will take you straight up into Cap 1, and then you can loop back around to the White House. They took all of the stands down from Pennsylvania, so there's no, like, if you're a spectator, you're going to be on foot. You're not going to be in a bleacher. So I don't know. I feel like if he does any walking, it'll be near Cap 1 because that's where a lot of watch parties are happening now. We had a lot of members call on Saturday being like, so the people that flew in, we need somewhere to put them. So there's a lot of bars around the arena that I feel like are being utilized right now.
Our nation's
and there's people inside the arena as well.
From the storm.
It's been a long time since I've been to DC. You know, we used to go and we would drive and find somewhere to park and everything. And, you know, the last time I went, I was actually at my aunt and uncle's in Virginia. And I went over and parked at the Metro at Interstate 66 on the way into DC. I parked at the Metro, just rode the train in. Let me tell you how much easier that was.
It is a lot easier, especially right now. They're only having certain stops open, and you have to prove that you're local. I just avoided DC at all costs. It's too insane. And I mean, it was insane before it all even got locked down.
Construction workers,
Charlie Kirk is there.
Teachers and healthcare workers who nurture us. The truth.
Yeah, I mean, look at his wife. I mean, you can't even see her eyes.
I know. She's, like I said, she's so beautiful. Why?
It almost looks like they had an argument before she came in about probably security.
crying.
Yeah. That, you know, I don't want you to do this. I don't want, you know, please don't do this. Please
Yeah.
don't put yourself at risk,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah.
But I
Great
was,
color, that lady.
I was telling Molly this morning, we were on the phone, and I said, I did hear that the Beast was now equipped with drone detection.
There's so many
And
drones here.
why isn't the entire airspace shut down? And if they see a drone in the air, shoot it down immediately.
Are planes landing? Let me look. So I live, like, I can see Reagan, like, where they start to land. Like, I can see like, they're about to hit the runway descent, like, across the railroad tracks, and then they're on the runway.
Time. They wrote it to guide us.
Now, who is this lady?
Serve forever. Our right of life, liberty.
Sergeant at Arms.
Okay. They're not putting any labels at the bottom on who these people are.
No, you can tell by the pin on her left shoulder. When you're looking at her, it's on your right. It's a Sergeant at Arms pin.
Okay.
Thank goodness Kelsey's here. We'd be talking about their clothes the whole time.
The green looks fantastic on her. I love that color green.
It allows the endurance
There's no planes landing right now.
of a nation.
I didn't see any this morning.
But let me ask you this. If a drone does go up in the air and they don't know, will they shoot it down?
There's helos running the Potomac right now. So the way the Potomac River is set up, and I learned that my cousin's in the Air Force, and he was stationed at Andrews for many years, and he was on Obama's squadron for the Air Force. And so the way the Potomac's set up is it's split in half. So one side is where commercial planes can go, and the other side is military airspace. And they are constantly up and down on the military airspace side, patrolling, because the minute a commercial plane accidentally nicks over the wrong invisible line, they're after you, and you have to go back in. Yeah, so it's very protected. But this morning I saw a bunch of helos around the Capitol, just like hovering in circles, and then as well as along the Potomac, because Andrews, where I am, is that way. The Capitol is that way. The White House is that way.
The simple right.
And then Camp David is that way.
Of a free people to make their own choice.
I thought Joe was sleeping until he coughed.
Might endure.
Or Buddy. I do feel bad for him. Like, policies aside, like, he is sick.
Yeah.
That's how dementia is how my grandfather died. So I'm not that I had a relationship with him, but I'm very cognizant about how fast it can progress. That guy's tired.
Be still and know that I am God.
My mom sent me a text and said that her TV coverage is ahead of my coverage. So Trump will be her president before he'll be my president.
No, it doesn't work. We all live in the Eastern time zone. It's just,
my iPad is
saying, Molly's mom says.
It's funny.
God gives us to see the right. Remembering General George Patton's instructions to his soldiers as they began the
Interesting that MLK statue is in there during all of this.
Fighting,
front and center.
Others pray by night, pray by day. Observing the birthday of the Reverend Martin Luther King, who warned, without God, our efforts turn to ashes.
Nico, you're not wrong.
We, blessed citizens of this one.
You're not wrong, but to see someone dying like that does suck.
Yeah.
Gather indeed this Inauguration Day to pray for our President Donald J. Trump, his
Movie Mania Nick, welcome in, buddy.
his cabinet, his aspirations, his president. For the Lord's blessings upon Joseph Biden, for our men and women in uniform, for each other whose hopes are stoked this new year, this Inauguration Day. We cannot err and rely.
The paintings behind them are amazing.
upon which our president
If you
will
come down early in August, I'm happy to get a
we
copy
make
of it.
known the supplications of King Solomon for
Takes me
wisdom.
one text message, send that and arrange it.
God of our fathers,
Can you give me any Oval Office?
wisdom you set man to govern your
Can't
creatures,
get into the office, but I can get you into the White House.
render justice
I'm
with
in.
integrity. Give our leader
You
wisdom.
can do a tour of the White House.
Done.
Yeah.
I'll come
Why-
down a few days early. Done.
Why don't we make that an outing for Pete's meetup?
If wisdom which comes not from you be not with him, he shall.
We'll get Jay Dashville to give us a bus. We'll all go down to
Look at this.
Yeah, so meet us up here. Paul,
New event, Pete.
I
New,
needed
new
you
event.
on our I
sorry,
needed
go ahead.
Paul in our discussion of how this is gonna work and how he's gonna run. He'd know for sure.
Steve just got off the turnpike. He's stopping at drive-through to grab lunch, and he'll be home to join us.
I'm interested to see what he picks.
Oh, it's going to be Wendy's or Taco Bell.
I had fast food last night, or what that's worth.
No, you didn't.
I had tropical smoothie.
That
That's not fast food. Fast
Yes,
food
it
is
is.
fried.
no, that doesn't count.
I had the Thai chicken wrap with no dressing and the island
Boys,
green
you look like
smoothie
his
with no
dad.
sugar.
No sugar, Kelsey. You killed me. What did you say in the chat? Was it last night or this morning when you're like, I eat for fuel, not to
Correct.
enjoy? However you said that, like
Yeah,
you eat because you have to, not
correct.
to enjoy it.
Correct.
I wish I had that mentality.
He removes kings.
Listen, that does not count as fast food. Sorry.
Okay, so where all these people are standing with the screen, that's in the Capitol's Visitor Center. So that if you came to a Capitol tour independently from a member's office, that's where you would meet.
Say thank you, oh Lord our God.
Okay.
Father, when Donald Trump's enemies thought he was
Boy, does Franklin look like his dad, huh?
and you alone saved his life.
What?
Boy, does he look like his dad.
Mm-hmm. When they were passing over, it was like Kevin McCarthy, Lisa McClain, like the bunch of members that were sitting there. It was very interesting to see who was sitting next to who, because that was a lot of Republican leadership with random Democrats
Yes.
in between.
So I ask that you would bless and protect Melania as First Lady.
I just got a notification from somebody that at the last minute, Biden just pardoned his whole family.
To the whole world.
I wouldn't doubt that.
I wouldn't doubt that either. He already pardoned Hunter.
And their young
He
family.
pardoned Fauci this morning.
To stand beside him, to hold up his arms like Aaron held up the arms of Moses.
I guarantee you that was the last thing he did before he left the White House.
This was tweeted an hour ago. So if you guys need this is for the crowd. If you guys need live, up-to-date things that are happening in DC with the Capitol, anything, Jake Sherman on Twitter or X, however you guys say it, is probably one of the best. Olivia Beavers is another one. And they
Olivia what?
Beavers. Mm-hmm.
Douglas.
You are in fact correct on her last name, and she is aware of it. But
Good morning, Dave.
they are probably two of the best at the live. Like they're constantly at the Capitol, in everyone's business, all that kind of stuff.
In the name of the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, your Son, my Savior, and our Redeemer.
Oh,
Jesus.
JD's kids, cute.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Associate Justice Kavanaugh to administer the Vice Presidential Oath of Office.
Kavanaugh's doing the vice president.
Anyway, tweeted an hour ago before this happened. John Fetterman is indeed wearing a Carhartt sweatshirt for inauguration.
Who the heck is this? Who's the
Kavanaugh?
little kid?
Those are JD's kids.
Oh, are they? Okay. I thought they were already in there seated.
No, they're too little. No kid should be in this business. That's annoying.
Oh, look
Oh,
at her.
she has Band-Aids on her finger and she's sucking her thumb. I love it.
Probably because she was sucking on her fingers and now she's moved to the thumb.
Did you guys see their Christmas video where he was making his grandmother's biscuits with her?
I missed that one. No.
It was cute.
And defend the Constitution of the United
Look how
States.
proud she looks.
And defend the Constitution of the United States against all
Good old Marine right there.
domestic, against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. And allegiance to the same. That I take this obligation.
Is she of Indian descent?
Without any.
Usha, I think she is Indian. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. They met at law school.
Okay.
For purpose of evasion. And that I will well and faithfully discharge. And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office. The duties of the
So
office.
there's when they start panning Kevin McCarthy, Lisa McClain, Richard Hudson, and then you'll see the reign of Democrats. And then Lori Chavez DeReamer, who's going to be Secretary of Transportation, I believe. I could be wrong on that. Anyway.
It should have made me Secretary of Transportation.
I was with her when Trump called her to say, hey, you got this job. It was when I was in Miami right before Thanksgiving, and then I came to you late.
You know, I'm so happy that she.
He's for Biden. He's like, ooh, little children.
Yeah, look at him.
Sorry, was that inappropriate?
I'm really glad to see Donald and JD's relationship. They seem like they're getting along very well.
Okay, here we go.
Repeat after me. I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear. I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute. That I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States. Office of President of the United States.
Again.
To the best of my ability. Best of my ability. Preserve, protect, and defend. Preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. The Constitution of the United States. So help me God. So help me God. Congratulations, good job.
Molly, not Jen, Molly, but the one in the chat. It was Jake Sherman and Olivia Beavers.
Spaceship Ears, good morning. XCL, good morning. Can you hear that? Can you hear those going off, Kels?
I'm too far away.
Oh, okay. Lila Rose, good morning. Samuel, good morning. This is what I've been waiting for, is his speech. Now, will JD speak first or not?
I don't know. There's more Democrats there than I thought there would be.
Is the band in the room or is this recording?
They're off to the side in the room.
You get out of the way, people.
Yeah.
They're like hanging out in the aisle. It's like kids trying to get off my bus. Love this song. I don't get the marching around the room though. You think they could have just...
They're marching into place.
Wow.
They're lining up.
Oh, jeez.
The band that's playing is a Marines band, and the director is actually a good friend of my brother's,
Nice.
which is very cool.
I'm actually surprised. Wasn't this a Southern? Oh my goodness! Spaceship Ears with a super chat, $47. Thank you
47.
so much. You did not have to do that, but thank you very much. Wasn't this a Southern Confederacy War cry song?
I don't know.
XCL, have a great day, buddy. It's good to see you.
These are not Cheez-Its, for what that's worth.
Okay, so CNN is showing different places, like this room here. You said with the screen, that's like outside the rotunda.
It's the visitor center. So they built a place for people to gather, and that's where
Okay.
they're at. Mhm.
Now,
And
are those still by invite to
Mhm.
be there?
So members of Congress and select guests of Trump were invited to be in here. I should
Okay.
find. See a client right there. See at the top of his head. Should text him.
Matt, I am not going to sigh a relief until he is safe inside the White House.
He's supposed to go to California tomorrow.
You know, I am not. You know, this whole parade thing has gotten me so worried. Did you ever hear Elvis's American Anthem song? Amazing. It is.
Oh, Kimberly.
Yeah, I saw her.
She has a different seat than she had last time.
Yeah, she does. But she's still part of the administration somehow.
She is. Yeah, she is. Talk amongst yourselves.
I bet that sounds amazing in that rotunda.
Mm-hmm.
The acoustics in there are great.
Well, that's what it was built for, isn't it?
So Statuary Hall arguably is a better place for acoustics. There's a whole
Is that where
story.
the original Congress
Yes.
used to meet? Yeah.
So one side of the rotunda or the Statuary Hall, you could hear the desks and they would whisper to each other because you could hear, even though they were on the other side, because it would bounce up and then bounce down and then bounce up. And there's markers in the hall on the floor to where you could test the theory. And it works.
Well, you figure when this was built, they didn't have microphones.
Pleasure to introduce to you.
I never recommend breaking in heels in the Capitol. Your feet bleed.
Donald
Oh, wow.
J. Trump.
They introduced them as the 45th and 47th. I thought they were just going to say 47th.
Yes, Tina, 4:00 this morning. I thought that was so funny that happened today.
Who's Benny Johnson?
Who's Benny Johnson? If you're not following Benny Johnson, you need to follow Benny Johnson on YouTube. The Benny Johnson Show. Hashtag not a sponsor.
The lady with the red glasses behind Hillary and Bill is Miriam Adelson.
Thank you very much. Vice President Vance.
She's a big donor also.
Senator
I think somebody said something about Trump not wearing a red tie or something, but if you look at his tie, it's red and blue, I think that's a very good sign of a unity, you know?
President Bush, President Obama,
I think.
President Biden, Vice President Harris,
People are throwing a fit
my fellow
over him and Obama sitting at Carter's funeral,
That was
chumming up.
hilarious.
They were sitting there chumming it
Mhm.
up, laughing, having, and it was before the ceremony, of course. But like, people are just throwing a fit. It's like, why? Isn't that what we want, to be able to,
We'll be the envy of every nation.
Yeah.
have a relationship with that
Yeah.
from one
Isn't that
side?
what everybody wants? Everybody wants, you
In a
know,
normal world.
stretching across the aisle and unity.
Will very simply put America first.
So Dave says the flag is at full staff today. Then it goes
Johnson.
back to half tomorrow.
Yeah. So Speaker Johnson changed that for today. He put an order in to make that happen. But there was a time this morning that they didn't think it was going to happen because everything was so frozen. The lines were frozen because it was an ice storm here yesterday.
What was Jimmy laid to rest yet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
They
so
took him back to Georgia.
So how long after he's
It
laid
was
to rest?
3 weeks from when he died. So
it stays half staff for 3 weeks after he dies.
but then they'll take a day. It's like, snow days. They'll take a day.
Yeah, but here's my thing. Like, but is there a time frame?
As in,
like from when a president dies and we go half staff.
Oh, it's up to the president in office. They like Biden made that decision that it was 3 weeks.
Okay.
The entire world, and America has the chance to seize this opportunity like never before. But first, we must be honest about the challenge.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, sorry.
Momentum that the world is now witnessing in the
I was
United
talking,
States.
commenting on Dave's Dragon.
Yeah, he was at parties last night. So my boss went to the candlelight. I was elsewhere. She didn't get home until 1:30 in the morning because of the security perimeter, and she had to walk over 2 miles in heels and a ball gown in the freezing bitter cold with wind howling
While at the same
because of the security perimeter.
Growing catalog of catastrophic events abroad. It fails to protect our magnificent law-abiding American citizens, but provides sanctuary and protection for dangerous criminals, many from prisons and mental institutions.
See, a lot of people don't know that happened. Venezuela, Colombia, all these South American, some of the South American countries emptied their insane asylums and their prisons, put them on planes, and shipped them to Mexico to get in here. That's the only thing I disagree with.
But the wonderful people of North Carolina have been treated so badly.
Jeffrey, hello. Lennon, I hope you're doing great in Brazil, buddy.
Many months ago, from Los Angeles, where we're watching fires still tragically burn. From weeks ago,
because part of my job is working with Disney on events, I just need everyone to know that a full sheet cake with nothing on it is $350 at Disney World.
Oh,
that's interesting.
Noted.
A full sheet cake is $300.
Noted.
No decoration. Like,
yeah, I was just
plain. Like I said, no decor. A 8-inch round with no egg because of an allergy. That says happy birthday with Star Wars decorations. 150. Not my money, not my problem.
There's a Sam's Club right down the street.
Right.
I'm not going to pick it up. That's I pay people to do that. No.
You get a
not
full
my
sheet
money,
cake
not
there
my
for
problem.
$40.
Our recent election is a mandate to completely and totally reverse a horrible betrayal. And all of these many betrayals.
I like Ivanka's green. It looks very Kate Middleton to me.
Back their faith, their wealth, their democracy,
With the hat.
their freedom. From this moment on, America's decline is over.
I mean,
And our nation's
it's got to be hard
will no longer be
for Biden and Kamala to sit there and hear all this.
Hmm.
And loyalty of America's government. Over the past 8 years, I have been tested and challenged more than any president in our 250-year history. And I learned a lot along the way. The journey to reclaim our republic has not been an easy one, that I can tell you. Those who wish to stop our cause have tried to take my freedom and indeed to take my life. Just a few months ago in a beautiful Pennsylvania field, an assassin's bullet ripped through my ear. I felt then, and believe even more so now, that my life was saved for a reason. I was saved by God to make America great again.
Mhm.
You know, and something else I want to say. I'm so glad he used the word republic. Because that is what we are. We are a constitutional republic. We are not a democracy. They are two different governments.
I think that's in very poor taste that they all just sat there and didn't clap or anything, even to be polite.
American patriots, we will be working to meet every
Look at Bill's face. You see his face, like, oh, wow, look at this guy. He's like fascinated.
Who, Clinton?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's sleeping.
Could be it too.
That just might be how he sleeps.
January 20th.
Yeah.
Liberation Day.
Liberation Day.
I have a friend who's going to go work in the administration, and he kind of worked on the campaign side, but worked for a member. And he came to a holiday party for a client of mine at the end of, or the beginning of December, and drunk him sounded exactly like Donald Trump, and I could not look at him. I was like, I have to walk away now. Like the hand notions where it was like this, and then he was like, you know, putting his hands in front of him, and I was like, there's only one of these guys. Like, let's not make more, please.
To the Black and Hispanic communities,
Is the monorail door closing?
tremendous outpouring of love and trust. Shown me.
Yes.
Records.
It's my mom.
Send her the link.
Years to come.
She's just talking about how she needs to hug this guy.
We'll strive together to make his dream a reality.
Good morning, Dean.
His dream come true.
They should have did Glory, Glory, Hallelujah after a speech.
Mm.
Look at all the people out in that other room.
Mm-hmm.
Nuts.
Is now returning to America, and confidence and pride is soaring like never before.
It's just, I don't know. Like, all right, I'm going to rant for a second, but for the party who talked about unity,
and we will not.
how are they showing unity by sitting there with poopy faces, not clapping? Like, how does that show unity? They they campaigned on
Today I will sign
being
this
for everybody,
executive
uniting the country, uniting everybody.
order.
All lives matter. Well, no, we said all lives matter, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand now. They're front and center, and you can't even politely clap. Like, I just think that's, I don't know.
Emergency southern border.
I don't know. There's
Look-
my rant.
Look
Stop.
at Kamala. Kamala just, she's sitting there like this. And you know what's going through her head is, I can't believe I lost. I can't believe I lost. You know? Look at that place. Now, where was that at?
Will immediately be halted.
Where was that arena?
In the process.
Capital One.
Millions and millions of criminal
It's downtown.
places.
I used to live right next to it.
Mhm.
We will reinstate my remain in Mexico policy. I will end the practice of catch and release. We'll send troops to the southern border.
I just want Biden to, like, stand up and clap and give him a standing ovation. Wouldn't that be funny?
Wow, he's sending troops to the southern border.
They posted on Twitter.
About time.
Oh my God, there's Tim's wife.
Reader gal. Welcome in, Reader gal.
You see a pretty blonde. There's Tim Scott's wife. Love her.
Whose wife? I'm sorry, I missed that. Whose wife?
Tim Scott's. It's very weird because we've worked for him for so long and haven't had a wife involved with family. And now I'm like, oh, we have wife and kids now. Like, this is fun. Getting wild with age, Tim.
I will direct our government to use the full and immense power of federal and state law enforcement to eliminate the presence of all foreign gangs and criminal networks.
Joe is waiting for pudding.
U.S. soil.
I love that. When do they pass out the pudding? See, now Capital One Arena is more my speed. Like, that's where I would want to be, you know, like
like-minded people.
Mm-hmm.
This is both parties, important money. Gotta be a billionaire.
Never seen before. Next, I will direct all members of my cabinet.
I mean, Doug McMillan's there. Known him for a very long time.
Record inflation and rapidly bring down costs and prices.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I don't know how Joe and Kamala could sit there and say, oh, the economy's great, there's no inflation, blah, blah, blah. When, I mean, it's plain as day.
Well, I want people to know, too, that, like, Trump's going to stop the increase. It's not going to so much decrease. Interest rates will, but, like, inflation is inflation. Like, this just happens with time. But, like, this, like, you could go to the grocery store and things are going to stay the same versus them going up. They may go down a little bit. It depends on embargoes. It depends on all sorts of things. So I want everyone to be patient with this situation.
Okay, I'll try. Oh no.
Who's here?
There he is.
Put it up now, baby.
Put it up now.
Put it down there.
Hold on.
Oh my gosh.
Drill, baby, drill.
We will be a rich nation again. And it's that liquid.
There it is.
Oh my God.
Today we will end the.
You couldn't drive fast enough, huh?
Revoke the electric vehicle mandate.
Oh, nice.
I missed it. Repeat it. I missed it. I don't have my volume on high enough.
He's overturning the electric vehicle mandate.
Thank you.
In other words, you'll be able to.
I do love a Tesla, but
We will build
And that's your, listen, that is your right. but I shouldn't have to get one
No, you
Correct.
shouldn't.
Correct.
if I don't want one.
For your inspiring vote of
No, I didn't think I would like a Tesla until my dad got one as this like bored COVID, like I'm gonna buy it then resell it for more money situation. And then I liked it.
Yeah, but here's the thing. They're finding now these electric cars are putting out like 10 times the radiation.
And
Okay.
because of, yeah, it's a battery, it's a grid, it's a whole thing.
Yeah. So I don't know.
But they're fun to drive because they go fast.
Listen, I just come barreling down the Florida Turnpike at 90 miles per hour, and I passed 2 Teslas.
Duties. Will be massive amounts of money pouring into our treasury.
Dude,
The American dream will soon be back.
Doug, he said duties.
Before. To restore confidence and effectiveness to our federal
Look
government.
at her putting her hand on her forehead.
We'll establish the brand new Department of Government.
Is it there?
It's there.
It's there.
Why aren't you on your laptop?
Because I just got home and ate.
Well, you need to switch.
Why do you have to yell at me?
Because it's you.
I went out and braved the cold, Douglas.
Also signed an executive order to immediately stop all government censorship.
Look at Chris's comment.
Chris, that's not funny.
I agree.
Nice.
This will the immense power of the state. We recognize to persecute political opponents. Something I knew something about.
All right, I'll be back.
Bye.
It will not happen again. Under my leadership, we will restore fair, equal, and impartial
buddy.
justice under the constitutional rule of law.
Look at this little cutie. Look at this little cutie.
Oh,
Sweet boy.
Order
Hi,
back to our
Cooper.
cities.
so cute.
Hi, Barbie.
This week, I will also end the government policy of
You want to lay by daddy?
socially engineer race and gender into every aspect of public life. We will forge a society that is colorblind and merit-based.
Thank you, Samuel.
It will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only 2 genders, male and female.
That's right. Look at Baron. Baron's like, yep, I like girls.
This week, I will reinstate any service members who were unjustly expelled from our military.
My question is, and I'm not trying to like start something. Caitlyn Jenner, she was a very gung-ho Republican who transitioned. I mean, she went from male to female, and there's no in between on what that is, but
And I will sign
just
an order to step
food for
forward
thought for everyone's brains right now.
political theories and social
Well,
experiments. While
I look at it this way. Listen, you want to be whatever you want to be, fine. As long as it doesn't affect another person. So, as far as Caitlyn Jenner is concerned, look, she could be whatever she wants. But one thing me and Caitlyn agree with is she even said this, that if she were to enter the Olympics now, she would not do it as a woman.
No, because she's genetically a male.
Is she, whatever, Caitlyn has male DNA. So.
We will again build the strongest military the world has ever seen. We will measure our success not only by the battles we win, but also by the wars.
I got a new planner for this year, guys, so I'm not paying attention. I'm just adding in my life.
Ooh. Yes, Michelle Obama is not there.
No.
Listen, I don't know why they just don't come out in a minute.
Because when they go low, we go high, Doug.
No, that's what I'm just saying. Everybody knows. It's Bruce. Alex.
In the Middle East.
Nope, he's back.
In the Middle East are
There he is.
to their families.
Goodness. You need a new blind.
Stop with the blind.
Also, now
You need a new blind.
Hey, look, Joe got up.
Dead.
I got one thing to say. It's a paraphrase, but you'll get the reference.
Oh God.
Did his mama name him Bruce? I'm gonna call him Bruce.
The great president, William McKinley, to Mount McKinley, where it should be and where it belongs.
Look at that Capital One Arena. That's definitely my kind of place.
Capital One Arena is filled with everybody we want to be sitting with right now.
Exactly.
It's just, yeah.
It was a natural business.
Becca wants to know what's wrong with your blinds.
Money for many of the great things he did.
Hanging on by a thread up there.
Yeah, no kidding.
To the country of Panama after the United States.
Panama Canal.
More money than people spent on a project before and lost 38,000 lives in the building of the Panama Canal. Treated very badly from this foolish gift that should have never been made.
Steve, what'd you get for lunch?
Worse, has been broken.
Well, I feel bad for telling you this
Spirit of our treatment
because
is totally
Don't.
violated.
I'm so
I
used
know,
to it.
I know what.
Recharged and treated fairly in any way.
I got a Dave's double at Wendy's.
Wendy's.
You're right,
You Wendy's or Taco Bell.
I had a hankering for a big fat double cheeseburger.
Hey, when I tell you,
America.
my stomach can't handle it anymore for many reasons, but in my day, I could slam a Wendy's hamburger, frosty side of fries, like the whole kit and caboodle. Taco Bell, the chicken and rice burrito, yum. Trust me. My sorority house was right across the street from Taco Bell.
And the vitality of the streets greatest.
Yeah.
Nice.
So as we live with our nation, we will lead it to new heights.
Why does Steve look angelic?
He's got this glow. Just
You gotta move, man. That looks terrible.
it looks
Yeah, go in the chair.
Disease-free. United States once again.
I bought him that furniture, by the way.
You did buy me the furniture.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So, Jed, I don't know if you heard Pete gave Steve a 12-hour pardon.
a 12-hour pardon.
That he can say he's cold today.
You allow that?
Well, listen. Pete's the tribal chief.
He is the OTC. Tucker Carlson and Laura Ingraham. How much do we love that?
Chris, you missed him getting sworn in. Joe was sleeping a little bit. Bill Clinton still looks like he's surprised.
Doesn't Clinton remind? Clinton kind of reminds you of like Gene Hackman's character in The Birdcage. Like he's always like, what's going on? Except instead of candy, he's interested in other things. A different kind of candy, if you will.
Chris. Spaceship Heroes, I'm starting Exodus 90 today. I have some fries
on Easter.
Joe's waiting in the green jello. No, tapioca pudding.
Yeah, that too.
Oh, Bill's always checking out chicks. I saw a video last night of Trump's first inauguration, and he was like Hillary caught him staring at Melanie.
Yeah.
Many people thought it was impossible for me to.
And she just gave him that look like, you big dumb, like
the American people have spoken.
Like sexaholic. But see, you can't blame Bill. I mean, Hillary's like, gosh, she's disgusting.
I don't even want to talk about her because my opinion on her is just as a person.
You should never believe that something is impossible to do. In America, the impossible is what we do best.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
America, the impossible is what we do best.
From New York to Los Angeles, from Philadelphia to Phoenix, from Chicago to Miami.
Bill is disgusting as well.
Our country was forged and built by the generations that made everything they had.
Our was forged and built by the generations of
They were farmers and soldiers, cowboys and factory workers, police officers,
soldiers, cowboys, factory workers, and coal mines.
Took over police
officers and pioneers to push onward, march forward.
Down the railroads, raised up the skyscrapers, built great highways,
laid down the railroads,
wars defeated fascism,
built great highways,
every single
world wars defeated fascism and communism.
After all we have been through together, we stand on the verge of the 4 greatest years in American history.
After all we have been through together, we stand on the verge of the 4 greatest years.
And we will rebuild the nation that we love and we love it so much. We are one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. To every parent who dreams with their child,
and one glorious nation under
their
God.
future. I am you, I will fight for you, and I will win for you. We're going to win like never before.
I will fight for you, and I will win for you. We're going to win like never before.
I agree with what Kelsey said earlier.
What's that?
Kelsey said he is going to do what he feels right. He doesn't have to worry about re-election.
No. Yeah,
We are going to bring it back and make it great again, greater than ever before. We will be like no other. Compassion,
You back?
Exceptionalism.
Yeah, my parents had a Botox appointment and we were discussing what they were doing. Listen, 64 and 63, you gotta stay youthful.
Including by people of religion, faith, and goodwill.
I'm also trying to be product of being a boomer child. They out in the sun with straight baby oil on their body, and we're trying to reverse
we
damage.
will not be intimidated. We will not be broken.
We will not be
Steve, can you turn your TV down a little bit?
States of America will be solid and independent.
We will not fail.
We will stand ready. We will live proudly.
Sovereign and independent nation. We will stand
in our way because we are Americans. The future is ours, and our golden age has just begun. God bless America. Thank you all. Thank you.
Awesome speech.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you all. Thank you.
I was worried it was going to sound too much like a campaign speech.
Yes. Why? I think it was very simple. He laid down what he wants to do. That's it. Yeah, Melania just looks. She looks scared.
I said that, like she knows.
She knows.
She knows something.
Oh yes. And this poor lady.
Carrie Underwood.
Dan, turn it up again.
No.
I'll just mute me.
All right, I got you. It's a shame what people have put this woman through.
Mm-hmm.
I've got stories on her. She used to date, because she's from a neighboring town in Oklahoma, about an hour from where I grew up. And one of my hairstylists growing up's ex-boyfriend, they split because of her. Yep. They were engaged.
Oh.
She broke up an engagement.
They screwed up the music.
Is that where she's standing to sing?
She's singing God Bless America, I believe.
No, but why is she standing there?
Yeah, she's standing right there, but the music quit.
She's standing there so we don't have to look at Kamala anymore.
Yeah. Look at
I'd rather see Bill's face in the background.
Joe's behind her going.
Smells like cabbage. Carnies. Circus folk.
Circus folk.
Thank you for pointing that out.
What is
Just a reminder.
She should just start doing a cappella.
She could probably do it better a cappella.
Yeah. I mean, she's a professional. Just start singing.
What is going on? The music isn't playing.
There, she just said, I'm just going to sing it.
For purple mountain majesties of my
Dave Strugad. Yeah, he did. Listen, look at him. Look at him. Oh, great job.
Look, he's fascinated.
You want to rub my hairy legs?
Carrie Underwood shook Biden's hand and not.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
What is she screaming about?
She shook Biden's hand, but not Kamala's. And also, did you notice Kamala didn't know the words? Well, she didn't know the words of the Pledge of Allegiance the other day, so.
No.
And Reverend Frank Lund to provide prayers of benediction.
Reverend.
No, I think he's Jewish.
Pete just texted me
No, one of them are reverends.
and said, Sale's sitting here waiting for my call from Don Jr. Eric. When is that happening?
Now walk the streets of Jerusalem.
No jurisdiction over them.
Words.
Baruch, I get
Oh,
there and say,
Steve, we're up to 10 degrees. Feels like 2 above.
thousands of years later, this great nation which adopted these words as its motto, in God we trust, stands in a moment of historic opportunity. Americans are searching for meaning. Our merciful Father, help us rise to meet this moment. Bless President Donald J. Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance with the strength and courage to choose the right and the good. Unite us around our foundational biblical values of life and liberty, of service and sacrifice, and especially of faith and morality, which George
Is Kelsey coloring?
the indispensable supports of American
planner.
Your
Putting
planner.
in her planner, August 6th, White House and Capitol tour for
I can
Doug
arrange it for
and
real.
Jen.
We can have a powwow about that. I was
Hey,
thinking I could.
could you see us as a group going into the White House? Oh my goodness.
Right.
Did we see what?
Could you see our meetup crowd going to the White House in a group? We'd all end up in prison.
2 of them are on the screen. That'd be the first to go.
Yeah.
I've done my White House tour.
He says yes, let's do that.
I wouldn't do well. I wouldn't do well in prison.
Look at Spaceship Ears. He says lightning lane for Trump swamp. Goodness gracious.
Don, that's what I'm doing. I'm in the fast for it.
We might end up with promotions.
While we trust in God, God's trust is in us, the American people. America is called to greatness, to be a beacon of light and a mover of history. May our nation merit the fulfillment of Jeremiah's blessing. That like a tree planted by water, we shall not cease to bear fruit. May all of humanity experience your love and your blessing. May it be thy will, and let us say, Amen. Let us pray for our 47th president. Heavenly Father, we're so grateful that you gave our 45th and now our 47th president a millimeter miracle. We are grateful
Millimeter miracle. I love it.
that have called for such a time as this, that America began to dream it. We pray that we would fulfill the dream of our nation, that we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. We pray that you use our president, that we will live in a nation where we will not be judged by the color of our skin, but by the content of our character. Heavenly Father, in the name of Jesus, we are so grateful today that you will use our 47th president, so we would sing with new meaning, my country, 'tis of thee. Sweet land of liberty of thee I sing.
Have a great day, Samuel.
Pride from every mountainside. Let freedom ring, and because America is called to be a great nation, we believe that you will make this come true. So let freedom ring from the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire. Let freedom ring from the mighty mountains of New York. Let freedom ring from the heightening Alleghenies of Pennsylvania. Let freedom ring from the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado. Let freedom ring from the curvaceous hilltops of California. But God, we're asking you not only that. Let freedom ring from Stone Mountain, Georgia. Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee.
Let freedom ring from every hill and every molehill in Mississippi, from every state, every city, every village, and every hamlet. And when we let freedom ring, we will be able to speed up that day. What your children? Black men and white men, Protestant and Catholic, Jew and Gentile will be able to sing in the meaning of that old Negro spiritual. Free at last. Free at last. Thank you, God Almighty. We are free at last. If you believe where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. Come on, put your hands together and give your great God. Great God.
Boy, that boy good.
Chat, you're breaking me today. The chat's breaking
I
me.
know. We give this guy a Red Bull. He's too laid back.
Whoever this guy is, 2028.
Now for your president, Randy Watson.
He helped Joshua fight the battle of Jericho. He helped Daniel get out the lion's den. He helped Gilligan get off the island. Woo!
Can I have an amen?
Reverend.
This pivotal moment in history.
I knew as soon as he started, Steve looked at me. You go from that to this guy.
I know. Look at what he had to follow.
I think they should have had him go last.
That your everlasting love and wisdom will envelop them.
Oh my God. I'll be right back.
Honestly, I think the pastor should have left it off.
Oh my God.
I think we should have ended it with senior pastor.
Yeah.
And sincere understanding for those who
How did we go from senior pastor to Lorenzo from Detroit?
I feel like he could have done a mic drop and that would have been a great ending. But now we got this guy.
That's what Savannah's here saying. Savannah's like,
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't they end with that guy?
Senior pastor. A black man from Detroit.
Oh.
And you give the content one to the reverend?
Dave shook hand. I'd much rather attend a service from Reverend King than Father Grapes. Those are some grapes. Oh, this guy coming out again.
Make me un poco loco.
I know that ringer.
Okay.
Awesome. God bless America.
Well, I was getting a phone call. I'll call this person right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Lisa.
Hello?
Hello, sorry, it was during the national anthem.
I need help. I need help.
You
I've got
need
a
help.
problem.
What?
I was inspired by the speech. I am actually over in Mexico. I started moving the plant bases to block off Mexico from the rest of the whole kingdom here. So
Building a wall?
go over to Morocco. I'm blocking it off. I'm kicking people out. When I'm in trouble, I'm being chased. Please send somebody. I'm very concerned. I need help.
Steve, can you get over to Epcot and help Pete out immediately?
We got a wall of bushes up between Mexico and going over to the American Pavilion, but it's not enough. I kicked 4 people out of Mexico and sent them over to the World Center. They had to go over the other way. I told them they couldn't be there anymore. I'm interviewing. I'm finding people, and I'm moving them out. I'm so inspired by today's speech. So hey, you gotta go. So hold on. You right there. The nachos. You gotta go. Sorry. I gotta go. I got people. I gotta get out of here.
All right, Pete.
Send help.
Send help. Bye.
I'm not coming back.
Too cold.
I don't know. He's deporting people from Epcot? Okay.
Sounded like he was trying to build a wall with the plants or something.
There's
Disney
already
wall.
enough walls in Disney World.
There are enough walls.
We just got the walls down in Epcot after 4 years.
So, I just want to say, what was the gentleman's name that just sang the national anthem?
Something Machio.
Christopher Machio.
I think they could have found somebody better.
Enrico Palazzo.
Yeah.
The first inaugural speech that we heard.
I don't think that was the best rendition. I would like to see Carrie Underwood sing it, maybe. You know, I don't know why this man was chosen. Ralph Macchio's brother. Oh, okay, well then there you go.
There you go. There's
Christina
nobody more
G.
American than the Karate Kid, right?
Well,
You
but
are
he was
here.
not the best
We are
around.
live. Zip-a-Dee-Doo and friends. We got the beautiful Kelsey Elizabeth, the goddess Monorail Molly, and Scallywag Steve down there with
Gotta zoom in on my boobs. Hold on.
Savannah the Niche, her big mouth in the background. Rocco the Enforcer, he knows people.
Nice.
So, what'd you guys think of the ceremony? I'll start with Kelsey.
I thought it was good. I mean, for the parameters that they're under right now with it, security and weather. Wink, wink.
So I
thought
did
it
get a
was good.
super chat from Pete. Pete for $4.99 just because, and I just got another one from Epcot Forever. Jordan, welcome in, buddy. Thank you, Jordan. Is there anything you would have done differently, Kelsey?
So it's hard to say. I've done events within the Capitol as well as within the Supreme Court, and you, as the planner, are under heavy parameters on what you can and cannot do.
Look at Jill yelling at him on the way out.
She has to
Did
tell
you
him
see
what
that?
to do. She has to tell him what to do and where to go all the time.
Did you see that? Wow.
Listen, it's gonna come out. It's
we're
gonna come
going
out
home now,
how-
Joe.
It's
We're
gonna
going
come
home.
out. It's going to come out how awful he is suffering from dementia or
Yeah.
Alzheimer. It's gonna be within a year how bad
Oh,
it is.
yeah, easily.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Sorry, Kelsey Elizabeth, please go on.
You're fine. I actually had friends that said, why go to Jimmy Carter's lying in rest? Because Biden will be there very soon.
Other things that he wanted to be very clear-eyed about as he takes office.
And it's true because right now he's been forced to think, and not saying he's thinking on his toes or doing the right things. Everyone, subjects to their own opinion on that, but he's doing things. It's keeping him going.
He's gonna get hit with that not doing things.
Correct. When he
Yeah.
stops, it's game over, and that's just what happens with dementia. Is when you stop, it's over. So,
yeah.
I know people are glad he's out, but I do feel bad for him because he was forced to do things that he didn't know what he was doing, and it was just to keep him going.
Listen, he might have been their puppet for all 4 years. He definitely was the last 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a shame because his name is going to go down in history for a lot of the poor decisions made, and I think that's an absolute shame that that there are people out there who would take advantage of a man who is so sick, and
Elder abuse.
I'm sorry, but I feel that doing that to him is criminally wrong, and they should all be charged. That is abuse. That is,
But there's no way they're gonna. They're not gonna.
Oh, they know who was doing it.
I know they know, but they're not gonna. It's not gonna happen.
Lila says it was Obama running everything.
What?
That's possible.
In the background, yeah.
Yeah, that's possible. Just read a post that Trump didn't have the Bible at the swearing in. Is that true?
I thought Melania was holding it. She was
Melania was holding it, yes. Yeah, the wife always holds it. So, wow, that's interesting. They just stopped Don Jr. from walking out. Are they letting the former presidents leave first?
Honestly, Fetterman in his basketball shorts and Carhartt sweatshirt is iconic.
Yeah.
Wait, is that what he wore today?
Yes.
He is. Yeah. Yeah.
What the heck was that?
What is that?
I'm gonna try to pause it. It was a video of him.
He
sounded like Steve let one rip.
I did not, though.
That was impressive.
That's beautiful.
Steve, you should be proud of that.
I am.
It's Pittsburgh. It's funny.
Yes.
Well, here's the thing. I did not like
turd, politically.
He's starting to flip. I think he's gonna be the next
starting
Mansion.
to get it.
He's going to be the next Mansion, I think, in that sense, where it's like that Rust Belt area.
Be safe. Make good choices.
Why did Roberts start the pledge before Melania was in position? I don't know. I noticed that also.
Mhm.
Doug, you took the disclaimer down.
I did. Well, now they couldn't see your names. So
Yeah, because people don't know who we are.
John Fetterman, I was not a big fan of John Fetterman. But it seems like after his little spell that he had, it's almost like his mind did a 360 and that he's seen firsthand what his party has done in the last 4 years. And he's not happy about it either.
Yeah. That's why I think he's going to be Mansion 2.0.
Perhaps it's not really him. It's like the movie Dave.
John Fetterman was in our area last week. They had pictures of him at a Giant Eagle, I think.
Well, he is the former mayor of Braddock.
He is.
And what I think... sorry, Steve, go ahead.
Yeah, he was the mayor of Braddock when Ken worked for Braddock Police Department.
Yep.
What I think people, American citizens, fail to remember, and because of my job, I have such a different outlook on how this all works and who these people are. They're real humans. Like, they have real lives. They go home every day. They do very similar things. It's just some may look a little different if they have security in tow. Like, they all have to wake up in the morning, brush their teeth, and like get on with their day. And they go to the store when they're home. And I mean, I know policies aside, like we all have thoughts about these people, but I mean, they're all human and they have a very, very hard job, whether it's a member of Congress, senator, or, you know, administration or whatever. It's a hard job. You're under constant spotlight, whatever you do. And whatever you do, no one is going to totally agree with what you're doing.
Right. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I agree with that. I guess my issue has always been, you know, and again, it's both parties. It's both parties.
100%.
100% that they get there and they're there so long that they forget who they're actually representing.
Yes.
And that's where it gets so frustrating.
Which goes back to the term limit comment. Like there should be age limit and there should be term limits. And I would actually tell you, Pennsylvania is probably the state that cares about term limits the most. I have a client from Pennsylvania. He's he's in the Bucks County area outside of Philly. So his brother, who held the seat before he did, big proponent on term limits. Now, he has exceeded what his brother did. His brother got out, he had skin cancer and then passed, unfortunately. But I don't know what that term limit exactly means. And this guy's only 51. Like, he's young. So, so I'm interested to see how this term limit things. I will tell you, it's very much, to go back to the Rust Belt, it's the Rust Belt area, like the Pennsylvania, Ohio, West Virginia, that like they believe in that area, the term limits.
I agree, Dave. They are pushing him right.
Yeah, what Dave just said, it is. Fetterman's like figuring that out. Like, wait a minute, I don't want to be where they're at.
Yeah,
and yeah.
So Joe and Joe are going to get ready to get in.
Marine
Is
1?
it Marine? It's not Marine 1 anymore because he's not president. What would it be? Marine?
I mean, it technically is Marine 1.
Yeah, but it can't be called that anymore, I believe.
Marine 2, 3, 2.0. I don't know.
Yeah.
1.5.
The old folks home express.
Right. Back to Delaware they go.
Back to Rehoboth.
Great area. Love Rehoboth.
It's pretty there.
It is.
They called it. They just called it Marine 1. So
yeah, it's Marine.
It's what it is. It's what it is. Yeah.
So they will
It's
go
all-
to what Air Force? What landing strip?
I don't know if they go to Andrews because Joe, I guess it's different now that he's president. When he was senator, he was a big proponent on putting forth of using the Amtrak to get back to Delaware. I guess it's a little different. It's only a 2-hour drive from here, so it's really
Yeah,
not.
I mean, does he really need to get on a plane and leave? Why can't Marine One just take him straight to Delaware?
They could. There's a
'Cause
landing
it's not
strip
that
there.
far.
No.
Would that be classic pulling up and saying, "Hey, can I have fries with that?" and seeing her ugly puss. Oh my gosh.
Hey, remember she used to work for McDonald's.
It's not there.
Disclaimer.
It's not there.
The hat was a choice, Melania. Ugh, I don't know if it was a good choice.
That was a choice.
Yeah,
It was a choice.
We all
Yeah.
make choices in life.
So Lisa says maybe Fetterman is saying to himself, "Geez, these folks make me look normal."
Well, it's true.
Very much so. Yeah. It's
Listen, the deep state, and I don't care you're Republican or Democrat, because there are people on both sides of the aisle. The deep state are some of the most evil people in the world. They will do anything and everything to keep power. And it's scary.
That's why I'm ready for that JFK stuff to come out. I'm
Oh.
ready, locked and loaded.
but it's gonna listen. It's gonna be.
Is anybody else getting lag?
It's gonna be exactly what everybody's been thinking all these years.
Is anybody else getting lag out there, or is it just Belinda? Because Belinda sometimes gets lag at work.
Blankets for Belinda.
It's not showing anything on my end.
Ooh, you know what? JD's wife just really did the most with her outfit. I love it. The boots, it makes sense. It's freezing
you,
out
John.
there.
You got an ad, but not lag. Okay.
Yeah, her stylist wins.
I wonder what the designer is. Off to Twitter I go.
Man, I wish I had JD Vance's hair.
I love how you still call it Twitter, because so do
It's yeah. Well,
I'm not.
I call it Twitter.
Yeah. You know, in the however many hours it was this weekend when TikTok went dark, man, I got reacclimated with my Twitter feed. It was great. It was like welcome home.
Tina Marie says, Kelsey, you and I need to talk.
Oh,
Tina Marie, you can be
Text
in
me
here,
anytime.
you know. Tina Marie, you have the link. Come in here and talk with us.
This is the best tweet I've seen, and it says, well, I'm not going to read the first part, but it looks like George Bush is at his 10-year-old concert.
Why are his cheeks so red?
I don't care what
They're
anyone says about
inside.
George Bush. I love that man and his demeanor of post life out of the role of president. It is so funny. He just it's a good old boy from Texas. Like when he showed up to Carter's funeral and slapped Obama on the stomach and then kept going. I was like, good for you,
Dave,
man.
we were talking about that earlier. But she is very beautiful. She's very elegant. Yes, Lisa, I agree with you. I'm trying to get Tina Marie in here.
She's saying she's coughing and can't breathe too well.
Well, don't force her.
Yeah, don't for Tina Marie. Maybe some more wine.
Also, did you say Usha? Something like that? Van? Usha?
What's Usha?
Usha.
It's her name. USHA is how you say it. Or
Yes.
spell it, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Their outfit last night at the candlelight ball. Gorgeous.
Oh my. Look at that. That's like James Bond.
Yeah.
I'd
And it
give
was a
her
designer. Yeah.
Don't let Molly see you do that.
I know
Just
she
a
just.
Oh, I missed it. I missed it. I was
Good,
looking at
we're not doing it. Don't back it up.
He said give JD's wife one of those.
I probably would too if I saw her.
See? Along with some other stuff.
Okay, so on Fox, the bottom line is Biden leaves Washington, starts Trump's new era. And then at the
We're on
bottom
his
of
Eras
CNN,
tour. Wow, we're
CNN,
really
it
bringing
just doesn't
Taylor
say
Swift
anything.
into all of this. I'm so
Yes,
glad.
it's Donald's new era tour.
Yeah, we're on our Eras tour right now.
There you
And
go,
then the
Doug. I
the
know how
bottom
much you
of
like that.
CNN just says nothing.
Biden leaving Washington's kind of like the end scene in Brewster's Millions, where the streets are empty and you know Chuck Fleming's like, if you can hear me, just know.
The last vice president was Colbert was Colfax, 1800s.
So Kamala's doesn't count?
Kamala's beard.
No.
All right.
I heard it was pretty full.
Is the back of the helicopter fine with classified documents?
Yeah. Oh, so it was a designer that dressed them last night. It was Oscar de la Renta for both of them, which is very bold because these fashion houses
I
aren't.
have no idea who that is.
Oscar de la Renta, he was the middleweight champion back in like the 90s.
I think I was Oscar de la Hoya.
Oh, you're right.
Oh my god.
Maybe they should have had a neighborhood ice cream truck pick up Joe.
So when I was an intern
in Delaware, they might.
They probably do in Rehoboth. When I was an intern in the Obama administration, I didn't work for the administration, but I worked for a member during the administration. Vice President Joe at the time came to the Capitol, and we did have an ice cream social with him as interns. It was like
he likes his ice cream.
He does.
Okay, he is going to Joint Base Andrews.
Okay. Oh, let me see if I can see him. Oh, please, everyone come outside. We're going outside.
Wow. Look at, where else can you get this?
Where else? Exactly.
Oh, I'm going to make her
Sorry, we're on my computer, and sorry you're so close to my face. I guess if I really thought about it, I could go to my rooftop, but we're not there.
Go to the rooftop.
So, can you guys see? If he comes, it'll be right here. Nope.
That's what she said.
Disclaimer.
Everyone just look here. Welcome to my neighborhood. Not giving anything away.
No, you still got snow on the ground.
I hear them.
You hear it?
Uh-huh.
This is kind of cool, actually.
What in the world are those big silver things?
There's a Southwest flight to prove my thoughts on where I live.
Whoa, what was that?
Wait, what was that?
That was Southwest.
Oh, you're now free to move
I
out
hear
the
him.
country.
I do hear him.
Someone turn their TV down. Okay.
It's not me.
It's me.
It may. Did they lift off yet? I'm now outside, so I can't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're flying. They're buzzing around. I think he's going around the White House.
Oh, yeah. They're going to have to do a little tour.
Yeah. That's where Jill will be pointing out the window going, see, sweetheart, that's where you lived the last 4 years.
Oh, I was smart. Do we think I have time to go upstairs? Probably not.
Probably not. So Trump is soon going to address supporters at the Capitol.
Ooh.
Capitol or Capital One?
It just says at the Capitol.
No, it's at the Capitol. The podium is like at the Capitol Hill.
Oh, I wonder where.
Yeah,
that guy looks like Richard Blumenchiza. Did you see that guy?
Yeah.
He did. He looked like Blumenchiza.
Sorry, everyone's not getting a tour of where I live.
So which way is like downtown DC, the White House, the Capitol?
Directly this way. Can you
see
my
on
arm?
the other side.
We see your finger. Yeah. Oh. Doug, my nose is still running from being out in the cold.
Okay, you don't know what. You can just come on up here. It's freezing.
No.
Steve, you ought to get the new the boom boom nasal things.
Boom boom nasal.
Yes. Oh my goodness. They're amazing.
Oh, is that were they on Shark Tank?
Yes.
Oh, I've thought about getting those.
Okay, it's raining on my computer, so we either have to go upstairs or go out, or
Wow.
just
You
pretend
think
like
it's
we don't.
raining?
Well, it's not. The ice is melting off of the
It's okay.
patio above.
We don't need to see them that bad.
Okay. But perception on how close I live to it all.
So
I used to live in the city. I used to live right next to Capital One, where all of this is happening, and I'm very glad that.
Now, is
not
Capital
right
One
now.
the old? Is Capital One
Verizon Center? Mm-hmm.
that's where the Capitals and the Wizard play?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that like over by Chinatown?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
So formerly known as Verizon Center, and it changed.
I don't think you can say that anymore.
What's that?
Chinatown? No, it's still called
No,
Chinatown.
it's still called Chinatown.
Why couldn't we call it the Chinese virus?
It's a little different.
No.
It's not like she said like Ching Chongville.
We should
How cold is
get
it
Grady in here.
Our favorite Chinaman.
Our favorite Chinaman,
Grady.
We should get him in here.
Oh, he's the best.
I can't believe Tina.
Feels like 15.
Tina's just
That's
using
what
the
it
excuse she's sick. I don't believe she's really sick.
Oh, there's the song. Oh, that's nice.
Okay, so they're now walking from the rotunda down to the visitor center.
I
This
hear
is
that
what you-
song and I feel like I'm going to see Mel Brooks. President Scrooge.
So this is where the people were watching on those big screens.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the visitor center now.
Yeah, so they've taken down the screen or moved it away. It was probably on wheels and moved it out.
Oh my goodness, I love that statue.
Hey, you'll see it in August.
Right there.
Don't play with my toy with my emotions like that, Kelsey.
No, we really can. If you guys, Jen, you should fly to DC and then I can take you up to Baltimore. I live 2 miles from the airport.
Okay.
If that,
Okay.
like as a crow flies, it's a 3-minute drive.
You wait. So you live next to
DCA, Reagan. Mhm.
Is that Reagan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is the big statue that they're in front of? What is that?
So it's a replica of what sits on top of the Capitol. It's an Indian or Native American tribe leader of form.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to say Native American because if you say
Well,
Indian, you can get confused.
Exactly.
With one.
Gotta keep it kosher.
Yeah, because there's Indians, there's the ones that own motels and 7-Elevens. And then
There's actually an association.
there's the
called-
ones that, we kicked out of everywhere.
There's an association called the Asian American Hotel Owners Association, and they have a lot of money for what that's worth.
I wasn't making fun. I realized
No,
what they own.
they've got a lot of money.
And if you don't see them there, you see them if you go to the cardiologist.
Correct. They're all making $1 somewhere.
The best, can I tell you, the best is your faces when I say it. And that's what I love doing on Friday nights when you guys are all in the merch and I put something in the chat. I know exactly when you read mine because of
Mikey
your
Boy's
face.
got a Rolex on his wrist.
Okay, Melania is now smiling.
Smiling.
Oh gosh. Look at this beautiful sunny day. We blew it, and then I went outside and we were freezing. It was very deceptive.
I'll give him a pass on that.
Oh, he doesn't get one?
No.
It is cold. The wind chill says 15. It's not enjoyable.
My high temperature is lower than your wind chill.
Yeah.
I know, but it's not enjoyable.
When we were standing next to Woody on Pete's stream when the Army guys came out, it was a feel like a 40. Which, listen,
You're so brave, Steve.
I get that it's not. I get that it's not where you guys are at, but 40 feels different here in Florida.
I'd probably be wearing shorts if I was there right now.
Oh gosh,
Ellie, I might go to Scotland in August. Like, I'm figuring my life out. That's why I have a planner.
Did you hear what he just said?
No, I
I'm
turned my
listening to
volume down.
He said you look a lot younger and a lot better looking than all the other ones in the other room.
Oh
no. He should have a disclaimer on the bottom of the screen.
Oh, they just
Well,
landed.
he said, don't put this on the record.
Well, what's funny is when I first turned it on when I got home, I mean, he was railing on Biden and Kamala's policies right there in the middle of his speech. And I'm like, this is great.
Nope. Biden's landing.
Where's he going to go from there?
He gets on Air Force One and they take him home.
Well, but no, what I'm saying is there's nothing around. Like, is he going to have to physically walk somewhere?
It'll roll up to the plane.
I hope so, because if not, Jill's going to have to like piggyback him or something.
Oh, Tina says she's not feeling well. She didn't say sick. Well, Steve's sick. Wouldn't you believe he's sick?
Want me to examine him?
He's sick.
Want me to examine him?
I won't do that part.
I sterilized it.
It's in case Mother's watching. Hello, Mother.
Not Mother.
Oklahoma.
Dirty, rotten scoundrels, everybody.
Oh.
To be there would be amazing. Yeah, I agree.
Well, like Pete said, Pete and I were talking this morning. How about like the history around this? Like, if I'm correct, it's only the second or third time the inauguration has been inside.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the second time in history that a president had another person's term in between his two terms.
Yeah, who did you say it was? Cleveland?
Wasn't it Grover Cleveland?
Cleveland.
It's not that one.
No, it's not.
Different.
You're right. It's
Very,
not.
very different.
Ellie, that's great to know. I'm trying to figure out I'm going to make a stop in Iceland no matter what. It's just a matter of going to somewhere else.
Pretty soon. I don't think you'll need a passport to go to Greenland soon.
True.
Iceland's so much better.
Yeah, Doug thinks we need a passport to go to Key West.
Isn't it like Greenland is really covered in ice, but Iceland is green? Is that true?
Iceland's one of the coolest countries I've ever been to.
And supposedly it was like the Vikings who did that. Like, they really liked Iceland, but they named it Iceland so people wouldn't go there.
Oh,
yes.
A decoy.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a decoy name.
Yeah.
Hey, Debbie Burnfield, welcome in.
Oh,
So,
Mama,
yeah, so, and then
I was
we
making
might not
Mama
need
D
a
upset
passport.
last night.
We might not need a passport to go to Canada pretty soon.
Although, listen,
happen first.
I don't want to come to Pennsylvania because of the cold. I sure as heck ain't going to Canada.
Listen, I'll take their oil any day.
We'll take their oil. Thank you very much. I would love to go back to listen. When I was student teaching, gas was 97 cents a gallon.
Yeah. Yep.
I thought gas was expensive when I was in high school. And that's when I drove a lifted Ford F-150 truck,
drove a
like
Ford.
on a whole, like
Wait,
it was
you've gone from a
super
lifted-
Arkansas.
You've gone from a lifted F-150 truck
Mhm.
to a Tesla?
I don't have a Tesla. I have a
Oh, I
Mercedes.
thought you liked Tesla.
No.
Okay.
No, I love Tesla, but I have a
She
Mercedes.
doesn't have a car.
She doesn't need. Do you have a
I have a
car?
car.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I have a
Do
Mercedes
you
SUV.
need? But do you need it?
Yes,
Okay, so you
Is
don't
it,
like take,
is it electric or is it gas?
it's gas.
you don't
Oh.
take public transportation or anything.
I'm not into it.
Don't like sitting with the commoners.
No,
So you have all kind of like parking permits, huh?
I have parking permits. Yeah.
Ooh.
I also know parking garages around the city like it's candy. I'm like, oh, I'm going here. Great, that one.
Hey, so you would answer this: is DuPont Circle really as bad as it's depicted in certain movies and TV shows?
A DC
Traffic-
is it's
Traffic wise.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's chaotic for sure.
Because like in certain movies and in like TV shows, it's always the joke like don't get stuck on in DuPont Circle.
It's roundabout hell. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Heck,
Fair
I can
enough.
tell you that from when years ago I used to go down there.
Did you drive there, Doug?
Yeah. All right, he didn't fall down the steps.
I was just thinking that. Oh my gosh, you were reading my
Buddy.
mind.
But he couldn't get his hand up for the salute. It only made it to about here.
My watch is telling me I haven't worked out today, and I need to get to it.
Have you
No,
not
you
gone?
don't-
Have
no.
you not gone yet?
This is a holiday. You don't need to.
I went this morning and did a cryo treatment, and then I
Okay.
did.
Can I just ask? Can I ask? He like Alfred bring me my car.
What?
I don't know.
What?
Do you have somebody that like where you live, Kelsey? Do you have a doorman that goes and gets your car for you and pulls it up front?
No. I have a parking garage underneath the building, though, which has really been nice throughout this weather stint we've had the last couple of weeks.
Molly's mom says, "Oh, my watch too."
Yeah. Hoop and squat, Tina. Wow.
What?
Wait, what?
Tina, this is a family
I'm just
show.
gonna get my weighted vest
Oh,
and go
hoop.
outside.
Hoop.
Hoop and squat.
Hoop and squat.
That doesn't sound right at all. Like, so he's going into a hangar.
It's maybe where his staff is.
Is he going to do a speech? I hope
He's
not.
beloved by them, guys.
Listen, I do not want to hear him talk ever again.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. That's odd. Usually they get right on the plane and go.
I'm trying to see. I mean,
Look at the Secret Service. He walked like completely
he's
into
gonna
the
talk.
crowd. Look at this. He like veered off, walked into the crowd, and his Secret Service just ran over and got him and are trying to get him into the plane.
What does it matter now?
That I think that would be staff that's there from the White House.
He is going to talk.
Oh my god!
Oh, there's a podium.
He's going to talk. I don't think they're going to go to his audio. They better not go to his audio.
What is CNN doing, Doug?
They still have Trump on, but they got them both side by side.
I got Fox News on, and the audio's on
Mhm.
Trump.
Yeah, Fox isn't going to change that.
No, there's no way Fox News is going to put him on.
Why would they have? I don't know why they would have him scheduled to speak, knowing
Pat McAfee's on.
that Trump was going to go down and speak at this event. I don't get it.
ABC is listing this as the second inauguration of President Trump. Interesting. Everyone else just has it as the inauguration.
I did see that, yes.
So that band is playing the national anthem where Biden is.
It's the Air
Yeah,
Force band.
I don't know why why he's gonna talk.
I could bet money that's staff.
Probably thanking the staff.
Yeah, he might be saying goodbye to staff.
Yeah, because all of the other administration folks have had their time to do that. I mean, I don't know if anyone's seen the videos,
He's
but
gonna mumble.
Dave Stragan. They haven't told Joe he's not president anymore.
Yeah. Someone remind him.
I give so much props and credit to the chat today. You guys have been on fire. I love it.
Yeah, you guys have. You've been. I mean, it's been joking, but
Mm-hmm.
it's been respectful. It's been,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and like I said, this is what I wanted. I wanted us to have fun. I wanted us to be educated. That's why I brought
this bimbo on.
This
bimbo. Hey, you're a lot better than the bimbo down here.
But don't worry, I brought my heated blanket with me for this occasion.
I see Molly's wrapped up in her blanket.
Yeah, I got the portable heater right in front of me, but I'm still chilly. It's still cold.
Listen,
I feel
the
draft.
I usually turn our heat down at night to go to bed. I am not turning it down because they said
Pipes.
With it being as cold as it is, it's having to work like so much harder
Mm-hmm.
to get back up to the temperature you want it. So I'm just keeping it right at a level playing field.
I want to know what Melania is wearing tonight. Chomping at the bit to know, really.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
then
don't know that, David T. David T.
maybe
I have no idea. If they didn't do anything wrong, then why pardon them?
Exactly. Don't you have to be pardoned from charges? And if you have no charges, what are they pardoning you from? I'm impressed that he hasn't said the F word yet. Steve, Scallywag Steve hasn't said
Biden going into the Truman Show to continue being POTUS.
Wait a minute. What am I supposed to be saying?
I'm impressed that you haven't said the F word yet.
I don't say the F word.
No, that was Pete this morning.
I do.
Oh, that one.
That was Pete this morning when he was trying to get his legs on. He let one slip.
Yeah. Listen, Doug had to text me and remind me that the mic was right here because I said something under my breath to Preston.
Oh, and everybody heard it.
Dirty rat bastard.
Yeah, that's what everybody heard.
God.
They had to take him out to the middle of the ocean, tie something to him, and drop him.
So they left
for infecting everybody with his money-making scheme.
They're no longer with Biden anymore.
Oh yeah, they took Biden off the screen on Fox News.
Yeah, they took him off CNN as well. I was
10 degrees -5. Molly, what's at your place?
Right, the computer's showing 9 degrees, but
heat wave.
Let's see.
We are 10 and feel like 2.
I've got 10, feels like -8.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Doug, you're having a heat wave.
Yeah, real well. The sun's been
and
out
the schools
here.
were already called off.
Yeah, I'm waiting to hear.
Mm-hmm.
I know a couple schools have already canceled.
I was thinking the same thing. Like when she was walking down the steps, I had two thoughts. I had Uptown Girl, the Billy Joel video, but I also had Pretty Woman.
Oh, here's the phone
Ellie,
call.
I do know who Billy Joel and Uptown Girl. With a father from New York City, I have to.
Tomorrow. All right. I'll call.
Matt will call me tomorrow. Let me know about Wednesday, he said.
Okay, you want me to call Debbie?
Dave Stragand, you've been on fire.
All right. All right, sounds good. All right, bye. Well, there you go, folks. My school just canceled for tomorrow.
There you go.
Oh, we got Tuesday and Wednesday. We got a double doozy.
Well, they're going to decide for Wednesday. They'll decide tomorrow. All right,
Hey,
I have to mute for a second, everybody, so I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you a topic. Okay? You ready?
Expensive
Pete
shoes.
McDevitt, how many people has he kicked out of Epcot, and has he run over any children yet? Go.
Well, he'll never admit if he ran over the children. That's for
He
sure.
did almost run over one this morning. Kid backed up right in front of him.
It's terrible.
Right in front of the Chinese theater.
Well, kid's got to watch where he's going.
Hey, Doug, if I lose you, I'm going to have to come back on my phone because I think I left my charger in my classroom. It's not in my backpack.
Do you see what Molly says? It says it has to be -35 for school to cancel there.
Molly, where is that?
I don't know.
That's got to be like North Dakota.
Canada.
North Pole, yeah.
United States of Canada.
Thunder Bay, Ontario.
Wisconsin.
Did you guys see the abbreviation thing about what this would turn into? I won't say it on stream. It's very
Boy, Joe mustn't have talked very long because now he's already walking out. Like he's down in the crowd.
I think Kelsey was right. I think he was thanking staff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, then it's somebody in that room that's caused everything in this country the last 4 years. Right?
Yes. Somebody in that room, in that hangar, was the puppet master.
My mom just texted me. She said, talk amongst yourselves. Discuss Rhode Island. Neither a road nor an island.
I listened to a whole podcast on a conspiracy theory of Rhode Island.
Oh.
Really?
A conspiracy theory of Rhode Island?
Yeah.
Pete just texted me whispering rat talk on my stream. Oh my gosh. Well, he's the one who brought up the F word. If he wouldn't have brought that up, I wouldn't have had rat talk.
Just the gal standing next to Steve Scalise in the purpley bluish periwinkle skirt suit. Her name's Jennifer Scalise, and she is a massive fan of the Walt Disney World Resort. Travel planner, actually.
Oh.
Well.
Oh.
My chiropractor back in Pittsburgh, his name was Scalise.
They're good people.
I played golf with him.
What was his handicap?
David T. No, they have to do what's called a FID day, which is a flexible instruction day. They have to all log on to their laptops and do school just like they did during COVID.
It wasn't good. Like he was probably like a 15.
Yeah.
Like it was. Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah. Doug would tell you his handicap would be, hanging out with me.
Who?
Scalise, the chiropractor, up by Norwin Town Center.
Oh yeah. I thought you were talking about the gynecologist.
No, I don't go to him anymore.
Did you have something stuck in your braces?
No.
That's what I hear, right? Were you chewing gum with braces? Does your gynecologist know?
I never had braces.
That's hysterical. So also to go on the Rhode Island comment from your mom, Jen.
Yeah.
Why do you drive on a parkway, but you park in a driveway?
Park in a driveway.
Doug, I have a better
It
question
makes
about.
no sense.
I have a better question about parking.
No, no,
Wait, put it up. Put it up
no,
first. Put it up.
no, no, no. Just stop it.
It is good for.
No, don't even. Just stop.
I can't say the first part. You know,
Nope,
it's
you're
really
muted.
nice. It's really nice when you meet a lady in a park.
Stop. I muted him.
He's making it up the steps. Look at that. With sunglasses on. He was able to walk up the steps with sunglasses on.
He was.
He's going out with a bang.
He hasn't made it yet. Okay, he's
Oh,
up.
there you go. And off he goes. Shut the door.
All right, I stopped.
Okay, good.
That's what who said that here in the chat? Was it Dave Stragand? He's been on a roll. No.
Oh yeah.
Spaceship ears. Trump is talking about random stuff so the media doesn't cover Biden.
He is. He did. This is the only reason he's talking.
Hey, Jonathan. So Jonathan Chong's in here.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Chong is a Canadian.
He is a Canadian.
So, Jonathan, the question I pose to you is, what would the Canadians think about becoming part of the United States? That it's an honest question. I mean, would you guys be for it? Would you not be for it? I'm just curious.
Huh.
Lisa.
Oh, that's a totally true comment. Oh,
It
yeah.
is. It is.
Scary but true. I don't have my volume on because I'm on the stream, but what is Trump talking about? Can anyone summarize? Like, is he saying the same things he was saying before, or is it all of the same stuff?
No, he's talking about.
He's talking about
different
money
things.
right now.
Yeah, he talked about the border wall.
And he keeps talking to what's his name from Texas.
Well, if he's talking about the wall.
Greg Abbott.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank God Kelsey's here.
He is just shooting the breeze. I think Doug's right.
Okay.
He basically decided to keep talking so they wouldn't go to Biden.
Okay, so Jonathan answered. Easy, my mayor and primer of province has made hats that say Canada can't be bought. No, I'm not saying about buying it, John. I'm just saying, I'm just saying, would the people of Canada want to join the United States? I'm just saying, I'm not trying to be mean about it. I'm just saying, Customs and Border Protection says the CB1 app is no longer available and then existing appointments have been canceled. Wow.
What?
Yeah, he's just shooting the breeze, like Tina said. Hey, Pink Pam, welcome in.
Pam. Hello.
Welcome in. We're just hanging out, watching the proceedings here. I don't know. Has there ever been a president talk to another room right after the swearing in?
Well, no, because they've done the parade outside and the
That's what I'm wondering. Are they going to do the parade?
Oh no, they're not going out there.
They're doing it in the Capital One thing.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to go over with the common folk.
I think it's supposed to be inside that Capital One place.
Because let me tell you, that place looked like it was ready to erupt. That was our people.
Those are our people.
So Belinda's been craving a good burger, so I'm gonna make burgers for dinner. I think she bought Bob Evans macaroni and cheese,
Ooh.
so she's been craving that. So I think I'm gonna do that today. Tomorrow, I think I'm gonna cook beef tips in like a brown gravy
Beef is what's for
with
dinner.
some mashed,
Yum.
or either mashed potatoes or egg noodles.
Mm.
I would pick egg noodles if you wanted my opinion.
Okay, then I'm making mashed potatoes.
I feel the love.
No, I will actually probably do egg noodles.
I love egg noodles.
You suggest like any kind of vegetable for a side?
Green beans.
I am all about green. I love green beans, and I love the look at Air Force One smoking.
Perfect.
What is that? Is it
That's probably just because it's so cold.
is it because or is that like spraying de-icer?
They could be de-icing right now.
So, I like the string green beans. I don't like the thick short ones.
I like all of them. My favorite is the Italian green beans where they're like long and yeah.
Like we had at Tone. Where did we have them, Steve?
Sorry.
No, Steve. Where did we eat the green beans? What restaurant?
50s prime time?
50s prime
50s
time.
Prime time.
They
Yeah,
were
I
good.
like that.
They were really good.
I watched that stream back. You're welcome.
Chris has welcome in. It's moving
Like
right
what?
now. Satan is in there and has a cough. I don't know what he's talking about.
No, I don't either. Last time they did bad things.
Mr. Speaker, in Washington, they practiced their rules set for more. A gentleman asked, a very respected gentleman asked me yesterday.
So, let me ask this question now. Is this the Vice President's Air Force plane, or is this actually Air Force One still?
I think it's Air Force One.
I think that's Air Force One.
Okay. Because I did not know that the Vice President had an identical
Air
plane.
Force Two. Yep.
Yes. But also, there's always, like, I don't know. Kelsey probably knows this. But
It was a duplicate in the air at the same time.
The president flies, there is a decoy Air Force One up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know which one he's on.
It's like Hot Shots Part 2.
Yeah.
Another decoy.
So think how much tax dollars that costs. Not only are we paying for the one plane, we're paying for the decoy too.
Especially when they go around the world.
Yeah. I think we should make the Canadians pay for it. I'm just kidding, Jonathan. Jonathan, I'm just joking.
Poor Jonathan.
Pete said that. Pete said that Peanut should pay for everything. It's not Air Force One unless the president's on it. I know that, David T, but I didn't know if it was the same plane. Air Force One is its call sign.
I feel like the speech that Trump is giving now is longer than the speech he gave during the ceremony itself.
Because this is a speech he
He was pointing out people in the crowd and actually talking to them.
Yeah, this is not a part of the ceremony. This is a part of Trump's, like, I'm talking to the general crowd now.
Yeah.
Like, why wasn't Abbott in the rotunda?
Because he's on a wheelchair and it can't really You can. It's just harder.
Disability Act.
I mean, it was built in the 1800s, so
I'm sure they got elevators.
They do. They do.
But I don't know. I would guess a lot of the governors and state representatives are in this room, correct?
Correct, because they had to put members of Congress first in the rotunda.
Okay.
They had first right of refusal.
So how big is this room compared to the rotunda?
It's pretty massive. It almost feels convention center like.
Oh, okay.
Because it's a modern day build. It was built in the 2000s timeframe, and so when you originally entered the Capitol before it burned, there was one entrance, and then they built it out so that there was a protection barrier, and then they built the Capitol Visitor Center. So there's multiple layers to it.
Yeah, it's actually pretty. You can go online and look at like the design and what every room looks like, and it's wild.
And they have like the old bathhouses that you, as staff, you can go down there. We don't take general constituents down there. And then members of Congress, have I seen them? Yeah.
No, would we be able to see it?
If you're with a member of Congress, they can typically get you down there.
Fetterman.
You could ask.
I dress like them. I was outside this morning shoveling and everything in shorts and a hoodie.
Carhartt specifically?
Hey, rumor has it that they're not flying to Delaware. They're flying to Phase 10 of Del Boca Vista.
Okay, so he's done with that speech. And now he is going to be moving.
We're pretty sure that wasn't on a teleprompter.
Wow. Okay, so here's what CNN just had up. Wow. CNN had up on the bottom. Trump returns to familiar rhetoric after promising golden age of America in inaugural speech.
How long did that take? That took an hour and 58 minutes for CNN to start bashing him.
Yeah, exactly. Can't stand that. Soon. Okay, so he is now going to the signing ceremony. So he is not going to the Capital One Center yet.
The signing ceremony, meaning all of his executive orders?
Yes. Isn't that it? Wouldn't that be at the Oval Office?
I would think so. Get that arm loosened up and get that pen ready.
Hey.
They have a new pen for every single sign or every order they sign.
Jonathan Chong says he'll get to see the Seinfelds for seeing
early bird special.
I love an early bird special. Nothing wrong with that.
See, Steve. Steve was making fun of Ron Caruso one day because Ron Caruso loves early bird specials.
I can't do it.
Well, you wake up later in the day, so your timing's different.
No, I don't wake up later in the day. I'm usually up at 6:30. I just can't.
Ron, well, I guess
I can't do it. Like I can't. That's almost like admitting I'm old.
I like it because I don't like to really eat after 8 p.m. And it's more just because of like digestion, and it's, I don't know.
Okay, I have an update from Mr. McDevitt.
Oh, geez.
To answer your question, I haven't hit anybody yet. I have kicked out 32 illegals from Mexico. However, they were Mexican. They were just underage.
Do you still have the one that
The one from this morning.
that includes his name?
I do not have it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, thanks, Pam. Early bird
Well-
and senior discounts. Yes. Listen, I love early bird discounts.
So, Kelsey Elizabeth, you're gonna love this. Okay.
Ready.
I'm going to leave the stream, but I'm going to leave the stream for a very good reason. It is time for my first workout of my new workout program.
You're so
That's
funny.
awesome.
Yep.
You're so
What
funny.
are you
I'm
doing?
not. I am not. It's right here, ready to go. I downloaded Fitness Pro. I have a trainer who is a former student of mine, former player of mine, and
Nice.
she has put together a workout just for me.
Is it lifting? Is it cardio? What are you doing?
So it's a combination of both.
Love it.
Whatever day
Oh.
I click on day one and I do what day one is.
I love it. I'm a big proponent of
So-
working out for mental and physical health.
Can you stay on stream for it?
Absolutely not, because there's going to be a lot of there's going to be a lot. There could be there's going to be pain, and then there could be cursing because
If
of
you
said
work out
pain.
The beer mug pumps.
No,
Bicep curls. Well, hammer
Yeah,
curls, really. That's
curls
a
for curls for girls.
Get your hammer curls on.
Oh my God! Are you doing?
When I
the
go,
first
when I get to the
yoga?
beach this summer and it's sun's out, guns out.
Lift heavy. Don't be scared to lift heavy.
But all right, so
Are you
my computer is
seriously
saying
leaving me to do a workout.
I am leaving to do my workout. Yes,
Do what you got to do.
it's 2:00. They're done.
We're waiting for them to go to Cap 1.
Yeah, and they're going to be signing ceremony. Oh, the signing ceremony.
Well,
is
I
after-
can't wait to hear what it turns into.
So the signing ceremony is being done at the U.S. Capitol.
Oh,
It's probably like Johnson's office or something.
Or the vice
no,
president's
I'm not
office.
vlogging. I am not posting any of this.
No.
Well, you got to post like a before and after, right? Your starting
Progress-
day, like
Progress pictures.
progress pictures. It's a thing.
I've already lost 42 pounds since May.
That's
before I
awesome.
started any of this.
That's awesome. Good for you.
But
Lift heavy.
Mhm.
Weightlifting is the biggest fat burner ever.
fat burner,
Part-
dog.
So is
Fat
walking
burner.
around Disney.
Trust me. I have
Mhm.
fat everywhere. Trust me.
Hey, I got 8,000 steps this morning with Pete.
Steve's
That's
gonna be
awesome.
sweating into the oldies.
Sweating to the oldies. Oh my gosh. What was the one dance your pants off? That was hilarious.
Richard
Simmons was the best.
He is. He was the best. Like, amazing.
But all right, Kelsey Elizabeth,
Bye.
Bye. Good
and
luck.
Monorail
day.
Molly, Zip-a-Dee-Doo, Doug. Love you guys. See you later. I'm gonna go get my lift on. Then I might go for a bike ride.
Pump
if it
some
warms up.
iron.
I'm gonna go get I might do a bike ride today too.
Ooh,
Nice.
How's that
overachiever.
going, by the way?
Huh?
You should have had 20 bike rides in so far.
The bike's no longer in my room. It's in the shed. Tires are pumped and it's been out.
Oh,
How many times?
I don't know. It's like every other day.
Because before I left Florida on New Year's Day, he's like, "I'm starting a new turnover. I'm going to ride my bike every day." You should
Every
be
other.
20 days in. Oh, every other day.
Every other. When on my rest days from this, I ride the bike. I'm going to ride the bike.
Cardio is the best for your vascular health. Got to keep that going.
That's right.
Promise you. Make my dad work out every day.
I
He
work out every
gone.
He gone.
He gone.
I'm moving the mouse right now.
Yeah, no, there was at some point my dad,
I have to
when we
pick up
moved to
Jesus
Arkansas,
too.
his endocrinologist was basically like, fix it or you're going to die, buddy. And he did. Lost 100 pounds. Started running marathons. And now he lost like 75 more.
That's
Tina
awesome.
Hula
He's
hoops.
skimpy.
That's awesome.
But it's fun working out with him because as a Marine, he's very competitive and he made me competitive. So we weight lift competitions with each other at the gym.
John goes 4 to 6 times a week. It works. Nice.
Mm.
Can either one of you ladies hula hoop? I could never do it. I could never figure
I
it
was a
out.
fat kid. No way.
I'm still a fat kid. No way.
I mean, me too, but like, no
Still a
way.
fat kid.
Me too.
So this is all weird. Usually you have the inauguration, you swear in, you do the parade, then you go to the White House, do the signing ceremony and everything. So now what is the national was it statutory hall?
Statuary Hall.
Yes.
That's where they're having the lunch too. So it's probably going to be a ceremony within the lunch.
Okay. Is that at the Capitol?
Mm-hmm. It was in the room next to where they just had that, not the Capitol Visitor Center, but where they had the initial ceremony. What they were probably doing, and I don't know if, I'm sure Trump went on his own rants as he does, but what I could imagine they were doing is they had him in the rotunda, go down to the visitor center, give a speech to give time to get people out and move certain people that were invited to Statuary Hall in, like to kind of do the transition pieces and then go back up.
Okay, because CNN's showing that room right now, and like a lot of people already seated, and
yep, they've released the menu online. They're having steak paired with a Cabernet. If anyone needs to know.
But what if you're vegan?
They always have a vegan option. It's a silent option.
Okay. So
Joni
I see
Ernst
Robert
there.
Kennedy there. There's
the back of Lindsey Graham's head and Barrasso's head and Murkowski.
Zuckerberg's there. So it's interesting. Let's talk about Mark Zuckerberg. It's interesting that as of the last month or so, that he has come out basically admitting that the Democratic Party was contacting his Facebook and everything to censor what people were saying. I'm shocked that he came out and admitted that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
Tina, you're right. Intermittent fasting, every body reacts differently to different diets of this nature, whether it's intermittent fasting or calorie deficits or whatever.
I did lose. I lost probably about 25, 30 pounds on it intermittent fasting at first.
Because you're not,
But then
your body got used to it.
After about 3 or 4 months, I just stopped losing weight again.
Yeah.
Because your body starts figuring it out what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Listen, I look at it this way. When the apocalypse happens and the world goes to poop, all you skinny people are going to go first because you're going to die of hunger first.
Good thing I'm not skinny.
I'm going to last.
Either.
I will outlast most of you.
Good thing I'm not skinny, Doug.
Who is this guy on Fox News with the awful hair and the crooked nose?
Oh, please.
I switched channels.
Yeah, I went to CNN for a second. Oh, that's Troy Gowdy, Kentucky, former member of Congress.
Man. Either he got a really bad makeup job.
He's got a lot of makeup on, and his hair.
Yeah, the hair.
I'm just sitting here staring at Pete Hegseth. Don't mind me.
He also has Botox because you can tell. So when Botox and they put it up here, the further they have it, your face starts to square off. So the further you put it up, because a lot of people get it here for headaches or migraines, you can tell because the hairline starts to just like square off unless he's had hair transplant. But that kind of looks like Botox to me because his skin is so taut.
Okay, so CNN just put on Trump to pardon nonviolent January 6 defendants, commute sentences of others convicted of more serious offenses. They just put that up on the screen.
Who's the purple lady with the purple hair? Her name's Rosa DeLaura. She's a member of, she's a House member from Connecticut.
Hey, Walt and Melissa Mouse Talk, welcome in. Joey and I are lost quite a bit quickly in natural eating, cutting out as much processed food as possible. Yeah, you could do that too.
Whole foods are the best foods for you.
Congress should have term limits. Yes, Walt. Yeah, Walt, we discussed that a while ago.
Age limits too.
I've always said that there should be term limits, and Kelsey said there should be age limits.
I think term limits are, I understand completely, but it's like, what if you get in at 25 years old and it's, you're there for 20 years, you still have a full career ahead of you. You could do another 20 years elsewhere. So that I feel like that's debatable. I think age limits are more important than term.
Well, I mean, you could do 2 terms as a state rep, 2 terms as a member of the House of Representatives. Then you could go and try for 2 terms of the Senate.
Senate's so much harder because there's only 2 of them.
Right. But I don't know. It upsets me when I see people like Mitch McConnell and even Joe Biden, who was in Congress and a senator for so many years. And you look at what did they do? Nothing.
Oh, Kristi Noem's husband is there. Interesting.
Carrie Underwood and her husband are there. He used to play for the Nashville Predators.
Oh, Kristi Noem's at the same table as Debbie Wasserman Schultz. That is funny to me.
Okay,
anyway,
I don't even know who you're talking about.
Debbie Wasserman Schultz is a member of Congress on the Democratic side, and Kristi Noem's the governor, now going to be a secretary for the administration, but she's from South Dakota. I'm sorry, South Dakota. She's a former client. Anyway, super MAGA doting.
I love
Why
her.
is Nancy Pelosi there?
Former speaker.
I don't care.
She's important.
I don't care.
Like, does Trump have
Boehner's there probably.
Does Trump have a say-so on who's there?
A little bit on the celebrity side, but there's a lot of members of Congress there. So I feel like all members were invited and could say yes or no to this.
Another thing that I'm hoping that they get done is that no member of Congress will be permitted to trade stock while they're in office.
Good luck,
Right?
buddy. Good luck,
I
buddy.
totally agree with that.
Wow, that would be amazing. Never happened though.
That's how
No,
Pelosi's made all of her money.
If you ever have questions on what you should do with the stock market and your money, follow what they're doing. Follow exactly what they're doing.
Exactly.
Or their spouses if they aren't doing it in particular. Oh, John Thune, love him. John Thune's the tall drink of water on the left-hand side next to Schumer. Love him.
Schumer's enough. Oh, okay. So
Oh.
he's going into the room now.
Ready to sign.
Yep.
All the pens.
Say what you want about Hakeem Jeffries, but his facial structure is perfect.
So it doesn't look like he's in an office.
It's a room within the Capitol that they've put a desk and a chair in.
Okay.
I just can't with her hat anymore. I'm so over that hat.
I feel like she was trying to be Jackie O-esque, and I understand and respect that decision.
But it's too low.
It's too low.
Like, I don't mind her wearing a hat.
Yeah, like Ivanka with her fascinator, that makes sense to me. That makes total sense. I feel like Melania could have done something similar. The hat just, it's reading like we're going to the Queen's funeral.
Like, I get it, like if they were going to be outside, like that would be an appropriate hat for outside. But when they knew they were being moved inside, I would think you would do something a little different.
Yeah. I'm
Are
hopeful
these
for
like
tonight.
Sharpie pens?
Yes.
It looks like a Sharpie, yeah.
His signature is so dramatic.
Iconic.
Now, where is the majority leader? Is he in there?
Yeah, so you have Johnson, who's the speaker.
The minority leader, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so it's Johnson next to him. That's obviously not JD. And then Scalise. And then next to Scalise is Hakeem Jeffries, who's the minority leader. And then on the other side, you have the Senate leader, John Thune, and then Schumer.
So are these executive orders that he's signing right now, or is this something else? I don't have my sound on. Are they saying what this is, or do you know what this is?
I don't have my sound on.
He's just telling them what number they are.
I mean, Chuck is smiling. So is Klobuchar, as much as it scares her to do so.
I don't think these are executive orders. These are more like...
I'm now president, signing myself back in.
Yeah.
They all look so happy on that side of the table. Why?
Well, Schumer's even smiling.
He is.
What's that about?
Hakeem,
I've never seen that man smile.
Hakeem has no expression.
I'm still here, but I'm just... So Melania looks like female KGB standing behind him. like she's ready to pounce on somebody.
It just was a choice. Let's see if these Dems take this pen. She did. She did.
How much do those pens cost, Chelsea?
Oh God, who knows? Add it to our debt. There was an interesting thought, and I don't know how true it is, if it will happen. Pay off our debt with crypto.
Who's letting these guys walk in front of the camera?
Probably the sergeant at arms, trying to get them out of there. Get to Statuary Hall.
Schumer just looks a lot happier than I expected him to look in there, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Hakeem could.
Tracy.
Oh, Brett Baer. What a guy.
So I'm off again tomorrow, folks.
Swimming with time tomorrow.
I don't know what the heck I'm going to do tomorrow.
I wish I was off tomorrow.
Me too.
I know I'm doing coffee talk at 9.
I want to know who the
Which I might
caterer
move
is.
that up. I don't know what time Pete's flying home. Do you know, Jen?
What?
What time his flight is?
It's early.
Okay, so he's not going to stream at the parks tomorrow morning?
No.
No.
Okay. So
The
we got,
pairing of the members at these tables is fascinating to me.
yeah, what do you think of that, Kelsey? Like, who decides where they sit?
There's someone. I don't know who. I don't know if it's part of Trump's. Well, Trump's team has to have say with the incoming administration. So, like Kristi Noem, but
Did
sometimes
they just give her jacket? Speaking of Kristi Noem, they just gave her jacket? Or did they take her jacket? Oh, they just gave her jacket. She must be cold.
Yeah, she's from South Dakota. She should be used to this. It's just interesting to see who they've paired. Looks like they have a senator at majority of these tables. Like there's Chris Coons. I'm trying to see who's with him. It's Sean Duffy. He's a former member. A lot of these people have history, so they all have opinions. Trust me, I do table seating for events of this nature at least once or twice a year. And it is difficult, especially when you bring donors into it.
Right.
Because everyone's got an opinion on who they can sit with and not sit with. And
so what table would you be at?
not a table. I love to not sit at the table and be in the back of the room, behind the scenes.
Just scoping everything out.
Mm-hmm. Back corner.
Okay, well, I think we're going to end it here.
Cool.
They're just going to go to the luncheon now. Nothing exciting going to happen. I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank everybody for being respectful for the most part. It was all in good fun. It was, I think it was a great stream. It was, you know, Kelsey, thank you so much for being here.
Of course.
You really educated me, you know, in a lot of things I didn't understand, I didn't know. Jen, always a pleasure. You know, you're always welcome on. Either one of you ladies, always welcome on my channel. Always.
Thank you. I'm still waiting for How's It Hanging book reading.
She's not wrong.
I'm going to set that up with Tina Marie on a Hump Day Hangout, and she actually got one of the books, and she's going to read it on Hump Day Hangout.
Can't wait. Are you doing Hump Day this week?
I am. We're going to do our trip recap this week.
Right
Last Wednesday, we had a lot of snow Monday, Tuesday, and I was out stuck driving in it. And just, you know, dealing with the traffic, the kids, you know.
Too much.
The snow, I was exhausted come Wednesday. And, you know, I came home Wednesday from work, and Belinda's sitting here, and I looked at her, I said, I really don't feel like going live tonight. I don't. I said, I'm tired. I was in bed at 8 o'clock that night, like out. So
Tim and Mindy. Love them.
So it's weird. CNN is actually showing the parade moved indoor due to cold weather. So there it is. That's the first time I've actually seen that. Trump is now headed to the indoor parade. What does that mean?
I don't know. This says Trump attends congressional lunch.
Trump to attend 3 inaugural balls tonight. Yeah, he's going, but that's why I don't understand what they mean by indoor parade.
I think it's Cap 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but why would he go there then come back for a lunch?
It's easier to leave those members and the future admin waiting than it is to leave the general public waiting.
Yeah, okay.
In my opinion, because those people have been there since like 5 a.m. this morning waiting.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
But
everybody's standing up.
Yeah, they stood up. Now they're sitting down. Should I text Tim and ask him?
Does that mean he's coming
What's
in,
happening?
Or yeah,
Or
and
case
Fox
16.
News is still just yapping with all these people on this panel. They're not showing anything. Oh, there they finally added it. Okay, that was weird. Everybody stood up, then sat back down. Now they're going to do the hokey pokey and turn themselves around.
And that's what it's all about.
Yep. But thank you guys for being here.
Welcome.
I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it. This was a lot of fun to me. This was a great honor to watch history for our country. I'm hoping that our government and our leaders can get together, find mutual ground, and really make decisions based on what's best for the American people. And we need to quit worrying about this country and this country and that country. We have so many people in this country that are suffering, that are in poverty. People in North Carolina still dealing with hurricane issues, that they've lost their houses, that they're still living in hotels that they can't pay for. You have people in California who just lost their homes in fires. We need to start taking care of our own. And, I'm hoping that our leaders that we've elected can get the job done. And, regardless if you're for Democrat, regardless if you're for Republican, we're all Americans, and that's what matters the most. And one thing I am glad to hear, I said this earlier, is Trump referred to our country as a republic, and we are a constitutional republic. We are not a democracy. If you look up the definitions of both, you will see the difference. So, and it drives me nuts, Kelsey and Jen, when people say, oh, it's a threat to our democracy. We don't live in a democracy. It drives me crazy when people say that all the time. Because if you look at what a democracy is, it's like one step below socialism. So we're not there yet. We are a constitutional republic. We go by our constitution. We elect representatives to represent us. So yes, Tina Marie. So everybody's standing up again.
This leadership is coming in.
Okay, do we want to stay on and watch this? I didn't know they were going to do this right away. I thought they were actually going to break away. So all the leadership is coming in. Who is that?
Kelsey? Johnson is in the red tie. He's the Speaker of the House. I'm waiting to see who they bring in next. Thune and Schumer. Scalise was in there. Sergeant at Arms.
All the people in white are the servers.
Most of them. There are women in white, so don't be confused. The white tuxedo with the bow tie would be your servers. Yes.
Wow, look at the statues in this room.
There's 2 from every state.
Oh my goodness.
Not in just this room, in the Capitol in general.
This is the only thing that I've never done. That in the White House. I've seen every other building in D.C. I've never been in the Capitol. I've never been in the White House. And just the architecture is amazing.
Mm-hmm. Such a good color on her. Goodness.
It is kind of, would you say it's the same color as
The coat?
Jackie
Yes.
Kennedy?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, along the lines, I bet she has someone that does a color analysis for her. Who's the girl between Jeanette and Marco Rubio?
Okay.
See Kevin Hearn and Tammy Hearn. Kevin is a member from Oklahoma, from Russellville, Arkansas, who owns a bunch of McDonald's franchisees and has about $900 million just laying around.
Oh, wasn't that your guy just standing there?
Tim?
Yeah.
He's one of the lonesome black man
Yeah.
in the Republican Party.
Yeah, he was
So,
right near Don Jr.
who's the girl between Marco and Jeanette? I have so many questions.
Who were the two people in front of him? Do you know?
I'd have to rewind and see.
So all the people with white and bow ties, black bow
Staff.
ties, are
Yep.
servers.
Correct. Notice most of them are of color. I want to know who the caterers were. I'm gonna have to figure that out.
I'm sure it's somebody that they've used before.
There's only certain caterers allowed in the Capitol.
Okay.
All right, Doug, I got to run. I got to go do a few things.
Don't run. Do a brisk walk.
Brisk walk. I need to brisk walk myself out of here.
All right, sweetheart. I'll talk to you later. Thank you.
Thanks
Bye,
for the
Jen.
invite.
Everybody say bye to
Kelsey, thank
Molly.
you. Bye, everyone. Thanks for a great afternoon. This was a lot of fun.
Yep. Have a great
All
day,
right. Thanks. Bye.
dear. Bye.
Welcome to the 60th.
60th. Okay. I was wondering how many there actually have been. Is she going to take her hat off to eat?
No. She's committed to the game. She will not change outfits until this evening.
Like, not even take the hat off?
No, that's not. That hat's not made to come off and on. That hat's made to be in one place.
Okay.
Yeah.
No running on the pool deck, says Jonathan Chong. Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, what room are they in now?
Statuary Hall.
So that's like another rotunda.
Yeah, it's next to.
Okay. Man, how big is this building?
The Capitol is pretty big. There's a subway in it.
There's a subway in it?
To take you from the House to the Senate side. Because
Really?
it's basically split in the middle. So the center of the Capitol is the center of DC. And that's what splits like the northwest, northeast, southeast, southwest quadrants. But it is one side, like if you're looking at the Capitol from the front, which is when essentially the Lincoln Memorial would be in front of you, but behind the Capitol.
Okay.
The right-hand side is the Senate, and the left-hand side is the House.
Okay. Now, where is the room, like when they do the State of the Union address, where they're
That's the House floor because it's the larger of the two. The Senate is not large because they have desks still, but that's the House floor. And there's the viewing gallery at the top, and then at the bottom, members of Congress, when they're in session, are the only ones that can go down there, and they can invite kids. Adults are not allowed. If they're out of session, a member of Congress can bring you to the House floor.
Back with us and in good health to deliver the invocation, after which lunch will be served. Thank you.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool, David T. And then Jonathan Chong says, so a private subway.
Yeah, it's not like what you would imagine, like the DC Metro or New York City subway. It's not like that. It's open air on the top, and it's smaller, but it does take you from one side to the other. And let me tell you, you want it when you're on those marble floors all day, every day.
Oh, okay. Now, does the actual Metro stop at the Capitol?
Yes. So there's a Capitol South exit on the blue line, which is on the House side, and then Union Station is on the Senate side.
So if you get off there, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of security there you have to go through.
Oh, 100%. There's no just driving up to the Capitol and parking.
Yeah.
Not one bit.
That's yeah, it's interesting. It's been years since I was there. You know, I used to go. I went there a bunch of times when I was younger, and you know, I've seen all the Smithsonian buildings, you know, that are right there. I've been to all the monuments, Ford's Theater, you know, but like I said, the only two buildings I've never been in is the White House and the Capitol. So
they're cool buildings. As anyone does where they live, they take it for granted. And to me, it's so normal to see all of the security, and like you can't like just drive anywhere. Like, but I'm used to that. I'm used to just seeing cops everywhere with machine guns and security and barricades. That's normal for me. But when other people come, like I remember when I first moved here permanently, not when I was an intern, but permanently. And I was taking my mom around the hill, and she was like, "What? Where are we? What are we doing? Like, why do we
right.
have such?"
Yeah, like it would shock me, you know,
Yeah.
like I don't see that here every day. Or
No, in any building you walk in, you're going through mags. Like you're constantly going through security.
Right.
But
it's kind of like Disney.
Right, but it's also DC, and you know, go 2 blocks away from the Capitol. Last night, actually, someone got shot in the head. So,
really,
DC is highly, highly regarded in its crime because Bowser, the mayor, doesn't do anything. Like you can get away with murder.
When I was going, you know, it was probably early 2000s was the last time I was there, and I went and they were saying, you know, oh, you got to go over to Ford's Theater, you know, which I've been to Ford's Theater before. I think we took Belinda. And, you know, so I went over and I asked somebody, I said, where's a good place to park? They said, well, do not go 2 blocks north of Ford Theater. If you go north, you're in.
Yeah, it's better now. It's still not great. All of it's not great, but it's better. It's just different parts. It doesn't matter where you are, really. There's always one person that makes it wrong.
Yeah. Exactly.
David T. I have been to the Navy Memorial. I lived next to it, and then I have seen their free concerts. I often go to the Marine Corps concerts at the barracks down on 8th and I. My dad's a Marine, so anytime he's in town, we have a Friday night agenda.
Well, all right. Well, he's in there for lunch. And
perfect.
I believe Jennifer Caruso just went live, everybody.
She did.
She is live.
Look, that person with her bird's hat on.
What's that?
there's a gal. I'm watching Fox, and they're at an interview at Capital One, and there's a gal with a Birds hat on.
Yeah.
Go Birds.
Yeah, there is Eagles hat. Look at them. They got beers in their hands.
They're having a grand old time. Honestly, I would prefer that than being outside in this.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Anyway,
I'm just hoping it's secure.
Yeah,
It
I'm
just,
hopeful.
I will feel a lot better once he is back at the White House and hunkered down.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, hey, Kelsey, thank you so much, dear.
Thank you.
And
Appreciate
I wish
it.
you a great day and stay warm.
Thank you. You as well.
And I'm sure you're not going anywhere today.
Stay tuned. I may go on a
DC's
walk.
Probably pretty much locked down for the day.
Oh, I'll stay in Virginia. Yeah, no. Like, stay in the better part of this DMV area.
Yeah.
The M is not the better part. If Paul is still on here. Sorry. Not really.
That's all right. All right, dear. Well, hey, have a
All
great
right.
day. I'll talk
See
to
ya.
you later.
All right. Bye.
Bye. All right, Kelsey Elizabeth, everybody. I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank Steve, Jen, Kelsey for being here, for making this a fun stream. I'm glad that everybody came. We watched it. We had a good time. We didn't, we made a little fun, but there was no real bashing, which is what I want. I wanted a nice stream where I can prove that, we can all get along. We can all laugh about things and move on. So thank you guys. I will be back tomorrow morning with Coffee Talk. Hold on. So, Coffee Talk tomorrow morning. Scallywag Steve will be back with me for that. And Jennifer Caruso's live right now. Go over. Tell Jennifer Caruso I sent you guys over. But other than that, folks, have a great day. And remember, as always, go out, do something kind for somebody.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us.